All right, let me see what's going on here. There is something off on this audio, and I am not sure what it is. Hold on a second. I'm not sure that anybody can hear me,
I
even
can
though.
hear you.
Can you?
I can hear you.
Okay, so maybe it is my headset. Then hold on one second, everybody. Could be the cheap headset. Yeah, might be.
I thought we were getting new mic stands.
We are getting new mic stands. Hold on.
Promises.
Yeah, let me swap this headset out. Everybody be patient. No need to panic here.
None. It's hump day.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
Good morning. Good morning.
So tell them a little about what's going on.
That it's Wednesday?
Yeah.
It's Wednesday, y'all. It's middle of November. I hope you're getting ready for Thanksgiving. All the holiday breaks with the kids. I hope you got something for them to do. I've got something for mine to do.
Now we're talking.
Yeah,
so is that crap?
Good morning, Patrick.
Good morning to you. Let me pull this down a little bit. All right, everybody.
It's raining out there.
It is raining, so be prepared for that.
Yes.
That means everybody's going to slow down. You know how it is in Arkansas. We don't know how to drive in the rain, so
we
people
sure don't. Pay attention to the traffic pattern changes. I know y'all totally are, especially on 430, aren't you?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a hot mess, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, it looks good. I'm loving it. Honestly, I really am loving it. But my concern is the other drivers.
Oh, sure.
Always.
Yeah. It took me a minute to get used to it because, as a realtor, I drive everywhere in Arkansas. And so, I come back, I go to Maumelle a lot. And so coming back that way from 430, you had to adjust a little bit because they changed the lanes up 3 or 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. And then you've got to make a decision which way you're going to go. Are you going to go through North Little Rock or are you going to come through West Little Rock?
Yeah.
It's a dice throw.
Got to know what you're doing and start getting over.
Yeah.
Because it just keeps going over and over and over. And you're like, man, I thought I was up all the way over.
Yeah. And use your indicators, people. Your turn signals, your indicators, they are there. I know.
You're asking a lot.
I know. I know the more expensive the vehicle, the less likely they are to have those indicators on them. You may want to talk to somebody about that. I don't know.
Get an instruction manual on that.
Do you remember when we used to have to get our cars inspected?
Yeah, man, that was the greatest racket of all time. Gas stations made so damn much money on that because, and for those who don't know, you used to have to get your car inspected before you could get a license, your license plate. And so you'd have to go to an approved gas station where they would go through all of these things and they would look very diligently to find things to rack up a bill on you. Yeah. Your headlight.
Like your indicators.
Your tail light, your turn signals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be that
Cracks
you had to get that fixed.
Yeah, you had to. You could not operate your vehicle without proper working parts to your vehicle.
Yeah, that's how the
blowing minds.
The low deductible for windshields came in because people kept having to replace them. If you had a crack in it that was on the driver's side anywhere, you were toast.
Yep.
That windshield would not pass inspection at all.
Now they just do it whenever they go take their driving test just to make sure the vehicle you're in, everything works.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Or they did it with my kid. So when he took his driving test, he had to sit there and show that he knew how to operate the vehicle.
What did you have to do in your driving test?
Me?
Yeah.
I made the block.
That's like all I did too. Did you have to parallel park?
No.
I did. I had to parallel park.
No, I don't remember having to parallel park.
Yeah, that was one of the things they made us do.
I think I was in my 20s before I actually had to parallel park.
But that was the only hard thing I had to do. I mean, otherwise, we went around the block, and that was it.
Yeah, I think my kid drove further than I did.
Yeah?
In his, yeah.
Yeah, I hear they do a little more now, but I don't know.
A lot of it is just making sure that it's those, checking blind spots and things like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
And I still struggle at times with blind spots. I work diligently not to, and I always feel the worst when I start to go over and someone, and you're like, oh no, I'm an asshole.
Yeah, now I'm an asshole. Yeah, I'm like,
I don't mean to be.
Sorry. Yeah. My bad.
Good morning, Ben Hubbard. Good morning, little doggy.
Ben.
How y'all doing today? Hey, man, some cool stuff going on. Yesterday, I announced that we'd put on the website where you could say, hey, I want to be on the show. I want to come on the show. And we've already got several people who are now going to be, and just regular listeners, watchers.
So awesome.
Yeah, that are going to come in, sit down, and have some fun with us. So that's great. We're also adding many more comedians, not only now on Fridays, but we'll be picking up some comics during the week. We've got
That's
one
good.
coming in at 7:30 today to hang out with us and have a
Yay.
little bit of fun. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm
we need
super
that.
stoked about that. Yeah, so I think slowly but surely things are getting better and better around here. So that's super exciting. Today may, in fact, be
Ooh, a giveaway
a
day.
day you want to listen for a keyword that you'll have to send somehow or
Mm.
another if you're interested in getting this frame piece of art, which somehow puts me as Luke Skywalker. And
Is that really you? Is
uh,
that really supposed to be you?
it is me. It's my
Um,
face anyway. But it
oh.
incorporated all the viral moments and then the, I guess, the election because it's got, Biden and Trump. It's got Beavis and Butthead. It's got several viral celebrities, including Hawk Tuah Girl. So it's chock full of crazy stuff, and you
How
could
is
win
the
that.
Hawk to a girl?
Number two in the nation on her
Shut
podcast.
up.
Yeah, only number two to Joe Rogan.
That's
My
insane.
wife was listening to it yesterday. I was like, wow, I knew that
What does
she
she
had
talk about?
girl stuff mainly. A lot of girl stuff. But she seemed like she was having a good time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, it shows the power of the internet.
It really does.
I mean, to go from relative obscurity
Yeah.
to a viral meme to
Yeah.
the number two podcaster on the planet today, at least.
That's crazy.
That's a big move.
Well, it shows that we have goals.
Yeah, think about.
Y'all let us get above her in podcasts.
Oh yeah, we'll
Like,
definitely we're gonna get there. No,
we
no,
all
if Hawk to a girl can get there, we
Yeah.
certainly have to be able to get there at some point. I would think.
I
But
doubt she has cool swag like you.
no, she definitely doesn't have the coolest swag in the world like we do. So I'm super stoked to get up there in that terrain someday soon. But let's get into some things that you need to know. Let's talk about. Well, here. Let's talk about on this day in 1998.
Ooh.
Yeah, President Clinton
Mm-hmm.
agreed to pay Paula Jones 850 grand to drop her sexual harassment lawsuit. No apology, no admission of guilt. That ended a 4-year legal battle that spurred impeachment proceedings. The same day, Monica Lewinsky signed a deal with St. Martin's Press for the rights to her story about her affair with President Clinton. So
It shows you inflation.
yeah, it does. 850 grand's
Really does.
nothing now.
It's nothing.
No, she'd get about 20 mil today. I bet.
Easy.
She'd hit him hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that was a bad day for President Clinton that day. Tough day for him, huh?
Mm.
All right, let's see. Who has outrun the Grim Reaper? Oh, this is bad news. Real quick, let me give you this. Just a quick update for this is only for the meth heads.
Oh.
Looks like that things have gone wrong and your order won't be arriving.
Oh, shucks.
Custom and Border Protection at a Texas port, they intercepted $31 million worth of meth in a shipment of peppers on Sunday. So if you've been waiting for your meth, bad news. That shipment's not coming in.
What kind of peppers?
Green peppers.
Oh, I'm allergic to those and meth. So
Oh, yeah, you're allergic to
shucks.
meth?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I think a lot of people are.
Well, I like to break out in felonies and,
Yeah.
court cases, staph infections.
Yeah, no, it'll do it all for
It's
you.
a good time. Psychosis.
Yeah, no, it's just great stuff. Let's see. Let's get into who's outrun the Grim Reaper. Matt Bennett from Victorious and on Nickelodeon, 33.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Gerard Butler. I like that guy.
I
man.
like Gerard
Man,
Butler.
I don't know, man. There's something about him. He's like one of the most likable actors in the world.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot tell you why, but any movie with Gerard Butler, if it's an action movie, you can bet. I don't give a damn how bad it is. I'll watch it.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the guy's great. He was in 300. Everybody knows that.
Yes.
Great movie. Great movie. Yeah. Yeah. Gerard Butler's 55. Let's see. Who else do you care about here? Whoopi Goldberg, 69, if you care. Joe Mantegna is 77.
Oh.
You know him from Criminal Minds and a lot of other things. In musicians, the Strokes bassist Nikolai Fraiture is 46. And I think, NFL quarterback Vinny Testaverde is 61. He last played in 2007 for the Panthers. Basketball player Meta World Peace, a.k.a. Ron Artest, is 45.
Meta.
Yeah, he changed his name in 2011
He
to
did.
inspire and bring youth together around the world. I don't know if that's the case, whether he did or not. He did try to change his name to the Panda's Friend as well.
What?
Yeah, the Panda's Friend. I don't
wonder
know
if
why.
he wants to try to change his name again because the such negative connotations to just the word meta at this point.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't thought about that. But yeah, it does have a different meaning now, doesn't it?
It does.
All right, let's give you a little bit of news here. Hey, look, like him, you don't like him, don't care, but this is good. Trump said billionaire Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy are going to head up the new Department of Government Efficiency. They will pave the way for the administration to dismantle government bureaucracy, restructure federal agencies. You know, Musk, the CEO of Tesla and X. So they're going to go through basically and do what anyone would do to their budget. Start looking for waste, trim the fat, thin it down, get it. Look, there's no doubt we spend way too much as a government.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, we do. Look,
but based off of what Musk has done with Twitter, I don't know if
Well, I think that was I appreciate what you're saying there, and why you might say that, but I think that's a little different story.
Absolutely.
I would more compare, his work at Tesla or SpaceX. X is a little different thing because he did take it over and it did drop, but there was also a pretty strong campaign against advertising boycott, for him, and so that played into it to some degree. Okay, let's move on from that. Okay. If you watch Amazon's Freevee, did you know that Freevee was owned by Amazon? It is the free streaming app.
They own everything.
They own a lot of things.
Them and Disney.
Yeah. But Freevee is going to go away in the next few weeks. The content is going to all go to Amazon Prime Video. Now, the good news, all the original shows are going to stay in front of the paywall. You won't have to subscribe.
Okay.
Freevee boasts shows like Judy Justice. I assume that's Judge Judy.
It is. She just has a different colored robe on now.
Does she? Okay.
And her hair's longer.
Highest paid TV personality in history.
I love Judge Judy.
Everybody loves her.
Yes.
Another one, Tribunal Justice, America's Test Kitchen, The Next Generation, and Bosch Legacy. All will stay free.
I know one of those.
I didn't know any of them.
Yeah, I know Judy Justice.
Oh, yeah, I knew that just because.
Yeah.
Animal rights group PETA, using a billboard outside of Ohio McDonald's to urge people to go vegan. The sign overlooks the entrance of the restaurant in Columbus, features a picture of a chicken looking towards the door with the phrase, "It's me, not meat." The message appears to be a response to the introduction of the new chicken Big Mac sandwich. That sign won't do anything.
It won't.
It won't change anything.
It won't.
PETA used to be pretty fun as far as protesters and things. They used to have the most creative campaigns to do that, and now they don't have as much fun anymore. I think it's a problem. They used to get naked women to do it.
Back in the 90s and early 2000s, you had a lot of
naked women in cages.
A lot of naked celebrities, or body paint.
I think that's a great way to get attention.
It is a great way to get attention. It's worked for.
I mean, I promise
centuries.
You, if you put a naked celebrity on that sign,
They'll see it.
You'll get a lot more views than you will with the chicken.
Well, if you think about Carl's Jr.'s commercials, back whenever they would have like Paris and other,
women eating the burger
on in scantily clad, washing cars and things like that. Right. Like I remember those commercials. I was like, let's go get a Carl's Jr.
Yeah, that's when you want to go to Hardee's.
Never look that good.
No, they're never that good.
I mean, never mind.
Yeah, I get you. All right, listen. When you're looking for inspiration for an upcoming vacation, where do you go? These days, a lot of people go to social media to get a glimpse of, a destination that they're considering or suggestions for the best things to do there. New research revealed the most popular countries on social media. This is a company called Titan Travel. They went through TikTok, Instagram, and Google for 3 years to find the top destinations. So according to this site, Japan tops the list as the most popular country on social media.
Okay.
India comes in second.
What?
Yeah. And then Canada, Italy, Turkey We did not make the top
No.
10, apparently.
No, I can see the Japan one though because I see videos all the time on Facebook and Instagram where they're like Japan's living in 30, 50 or whatever,
Man,
and
they
you get
have
to
the
see
coolest gadgets.
they have. I
I
mean,
watch videos like of them just preparing things.
yeah,
I don't even know what. There's something they put. I don't know if it's vegetables or whatever in this thing, and I don't know what it's doing to them. But I always am fascinated
yeah.
watching it.
Their videos, they have the coolest
And they
gadgets.
have the little tiny washer and dryers.
Yes, it's so
Yeah,
cute,
it's like wow,
so
man.
adorable.
A, they're so small, and B, really, I know what does that wash? One item?
Yeah.
Wow. Man, not good news. Police said in Louisville, Kentucky, that 11 people injured in an explosion at a manufacturing plant in the city. University of Louisville said it got 7 patients from the explosion, including 2 in critical condition, including burn and blast wounds. The
Mm.
cause of the explosion not known as of late yesterday. Authorities did issue a shelter in place for about a mile until they got it resolved, made sure the air quality was okay, because that was pretty important.
Mm.
Uh, let's see. U.S. District Judge Indira Talwani sentenced Massachusetts Air Guard member Jack, let me say it right, Teixeira to 15 years in prison yesterday for leaking classified documents.
Can't do that.
No, it's a good idea not to. The 22-year-old pleaded guilty in March to 6 counts of willful retention and transmission of national defense information under the Espionage Act. He shared documents marked secret and top secret to members of a Discord server he belonged to. His defense attorney described him as isolated autistic individual who spent a lot of time online.
Don't blame the tism.
Yeah, don't blame the
Don't blame the
tism. That's
tism.
now a superpower.
Yeah, like that
Yeah,
was a
you
choice
can't.
you made.
You can't. That's social media fame. If all you got to be is on the spectrum now to be social media famous.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think half of the people my wife watches now are on the spectrum of some kind.
same.
Matter of fact, I'm not sure half of everyone on TikTok isn't on the spectrum. Let's see. A federal judge called a halt on a new requirement in Louisiana to display the 10 Commandments in all public classrooms.
Good.
The judge ruled it unconstitutional on its face. I tend to agree with that.
I do too.
Look, if you want to have a sign outside the courthouse, and that's what the state votes for, I think that's fine. But I'm not sure that the school is where any religious material of any kind should be.
Absolutely,
And
especially a public school.
I just don't think that's, I mean, that's no, there's too many choices for kids to make.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's the right way to go. You can have a code of morals or,
Absolutely.
core values, just like a
Absolutely.
corporation would,
Yeah.
and you can have those up.
Yeah.
And so these are the things we believe in. It could even mirror what's in the command. I don't care.
The basic
But
tenets
I think that
of all religion are the same.
they really are.
They really are.
If you really break it down, every one of them are the
Yeah.
same.
And you can display those principles and
Yeah.
all that, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, if you don't want the school in charge of certain levels of education, certain areas of
Well, look,
education for your
if
kids,
if I don't want them
I don't want
talking,
religion either.
look, if I don't want them talking about sexuality,
Yeah.
I also don't want them talking about religion. Those are two topics
Absolutely.
that belong in my house, and and we can have those conversations.
Yeah.
I I know some people are more religious or than others, but
Mhm.
I think both of my kids are really spiritually grounded.
Yeah.
But neither of them were made to go to church or any of that type of thing. We talked many times over many years about what spirituality was, what the options are, how to look at it, all those things. We many times talked about it, and I helped them arrive at their place of conclusion, which probably, just like all of us, changes every few years.
Absolutely. And I mean,
Every decade, I was different
yeah.
in what I thought about the world, what I thought about
Absolutely.
religion, what I thought about
Absolutely.
everything.
Yeah, and my spiritual beliefs and practices have nothing to do with quadratic equations or the conjugation of a sentence or anything like that. Like I don't pray about that. And I was somebody that grew up going to a Baptist church. So I actually went to church with the Clintons.
Did you really?
Yeah, I went
Okay.
to Emmanuel Baptist. I was in Sunday
Wow.
school
Yeah.
with Chelsea. But I was also an individual that had to go to Catholic school. My grandmother paid for my education, and she was Catholic. And so we went to Catholic schools. So Monday through Friday, I was being indoctrinated with
some faith.
Catholicism, and
Yeah.
then twice a week I had Southern Baptist. And while the basic tenets of the principles
The
of the
rules are
religion,
different.
the rules are
They're very
so
different.
different,
Yeah,
and
no.
that's very conflicting
It
for
is.
a child, wrestling with, one thing says this and one thing says this and the rules and blah 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 blah.
I
It
was
was
I was
wild.
I was never a fan of the doom and gloom style
Mm-mm.
of
Fire and
preaching. Yeah,
brimstone.
that's not for me.
No,
No,
no.
I never thought that attractive nor
I did
welcoming.
like the Catholics because to a certain degree because it was like, well, you could kind of just do whatever just as long as you were sorry and went to
Yeah,
confession. Like
it's different.
you got away with a lot more being Catholic. At least with Baptists,
Well,
all the dads would sneak out early
yeah,
from the service to go outside and get their cigarettes before everybody came
yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, then the old joke is to
Yeah.
what's the difference between a Baptist
Mm-hmm.
and a Catholic? Catholics say hi at the liquor store.
Yep. Catholics
Yeah,
say hi at the liquor
and
store.
that's true.
It
That's
is
true. Look,
so true.
yeah. Okay, so look at little doggy said I didn't have to drive for my motorcycle test of my driving test.
Seriously?
Yeah, in Benton, he said the guy was bald and hated the sun. Coda said, "Good morning, man. How you doing?"
Good morning.
The driver's side mirror should be set to see your blind spot
Yes.
and not the same view as your rear view mirror.
Agreed.
I was told this by a friend's state trooper uncle years ago. That's Jet Westmoreland. Thanks, Jet. Man,
Thank you, Jet.
that's good point.
Absolutely.
Latasha said, "Good morning. Hope y'all have a blessed day." Well, already.
Good morning.
It's already happening. So
Good
that's
morning.
good. We were doing some news. Let's get back to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. After 3 planes were shot flying into or out of Port-au-Prince, Haiti, over the last few days, the FAA issued a 30-day ban on U.S. flights in the country. So no flying in or out of Cuba right now, particularly Haiti. Yeah, apparently, they were shot 3 times. They confirmed bullet holes found in American airline flights. So that's not good. You don't want that. What?
I was just thinking, like, what how I don't know about y'all, but sometimes we'll go out, and shoot guns,
Oh, just
out in the woods.
randomly, just having
Yeah.
fun.
And I mean, it didn't explode the plane or anything like that. Like, what if some
There's some fun
fancy
kids
Cubans
just
are out
having
there?
fun.
Yes,
Yeah,
found
it
some
could be.
guns. I don't know.
Could be. Lunchables are being pulled from the program that gives free and discounted meals to 30 million low-income kids. The company that makes Lunchables, Kraft Heinz, made the decision to pull the turkey and cheddar cracker stackers and extra cheesy pizza Lunchables from the program, saying that sales of the 2 products were less than 1% of Lunchable sales. Well, that's not even news. That just means they're taking out the ones that people don't buy.
Yeah.
That's not news.
Eh.
Okay. Hey, here's some good news. A couple sailing around the Hawaiian island of Oahu last week rescued 5 scuba divers that had been separated from their boat. Camilla Storchi and her husband were sailing. They heard screams for help, spotted 5 little dots in the ocean.
Oh.
The divers had been clinging to each other, trying to stay afloat and visible. When the couple reached them, one of them was showing signs of hypothermia, vomiting, unable to safely bring the group aboard. They contacted the Coast Guard and circled the divers for 45 minutes, trying to keep their spirits up and providing them water. They later shared a video on social media, but a Coast Guard helicopter and divers arrived at the scene, and they were able to retrieve everyone, and everybody is okay. So that's great news.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, how lucky, if you're stranded
Seriously.
out there like that to get spotted. I mean, that's
I was over there holding my breath. Like I love the water. I mean, I wanted to be a marine biologist at one point in time.
did you?
Yes, but I get mad motion sickness on the water. But
Oh
like
yeah, I see. I
I
understand.
have a lot of respect for the ocean and the
Yes.
sea. I'm probably won't ever be a scuba diver.
I do want to do that, and I do plan to do that. It's on my bucket list, but yeah, I get that because water is undefeated as a power. I mean, there's nothing on the planet more powerful than water.
Nothing.
Zero. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce's houses were burglarized last month. According to a Cass County Sheriff's Office, documents were obtained. The burglary at Mahomes' Belton, Missouri estate was reported to cops at midnight, October 6th. Then Kelsey's Leawood, Kansas mansion was broken into hours later,
How?
the same day the Chiefs took on the Saints in Monday Night Football. Well,
How do y'all not have
somebody,
massive security?
I don't know, but somebody, they knew the schedule,
Yeah,
they knew where they lived,
check
and they
your
went and got them.
circle. That's insane to
Yeah,
me.
yeah, it is, isn't it? Because you would think that they would have top
I would
security.
top flight security.
Yeah, top flight security of the world, Craig.
Yes, yes.
The second round of the college football playoff rankings released going into week 12. Here are the teams primed to participate in the first ever 12-team playoff format. Oregon is number one, Ohio State two, three is Texas, four Penn State, Indiana, BYU, Tennessee, Notre Dame, Miami, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia. Arkansas not in that.
No. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be for a little bit. Three major format changes in the Texas sanctioned Tyson Paul fight. Everybody, I'm sure, is getting ready for that. It is kind of a value in a way of speaking because I know that Netflix has gone up on its pricing, but it's still way cheaper than a pay per view. I mean, if you signed up for Netflix for a month, what is it, $15, something like that, 15, 20?
Yeah.
A pay per view would be 59, 60, $100. So it's still pretty cheap, but
yeah, sign up for Netflix, do the free trial, set an alarm to remind you to cancel it,
and boom, there you go.
there you
Yeah,
go.
that'll do it. We do that a lot.
We do too.
On Friday night, millions of people will be gathered to watch the 27-year-old man fight a 58-year-old man on Netflix. When he faces Jake Paul, it will be the first time that Mike Tyson fought in the ring since a 2020 exhibition against Roy Jones Jr. This fight was sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing with three caveats in place. Both fighters wearing 14-ounce gloves instead of the 10-ounce that are typically standard in heavyweight fights. That mitigates some of the injury.
Mm-hmm.
Each round will be 2 minutes instead of 3. That benefits Tyson endurance-wise. And the fight is scheduled to go 8 rounds, not 10 or 12. When asked if he truly believed he could knock out Tyson, Paul said, "It's already written."
Ugh.
In response, Tyson said, "I think he thinks it's going to be a very easy night. It's not going to be an easy night for you."
I know that's right.
I pray it won't be.
Yeah.
I pray.
I want to see this.
Man, I want to see him just catch him with that uppercut and clack those Jake Paul teeth up.
Man, bust them veneers.
Yeah, man, I want to see some. I want hairline cracks in those teeth. I want you to have to go to the dentist.
Yeah, wire his jaw shut for a little bit.
Just for a little bit, it'd be all right.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. The Chicago Bears have fired their offensive coordinator, Shane Waldron. You can probably understand why, because they suck right now. He was less than 10 months on the job. They fired him Tuesday after head coach Matt Eberflus promised changes and adjustments for the struggling Bears. Passing game coordinator Tom Brown promoted to coordinator. Yeah, the Bears have not done well. They're 4-5. They've lost 3 straight games, and they only got 27 points over that stretch. That's not in any possible way good.
Is that actually worse than the Cowboys?
Nothing is worse than the Cowboys. Nothing is worse. It's just the shame, man.
It really is.
It's just all these years. You just can't, you can't get it together. You can't get a run. You can't get deep in the playoffs. You just can't do anything, man. And, every quarterback that comes, they seem awesome, like they're going to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Tony Romo had amazing regular season numbers.
Absolutely.
Could never close the deal.
Yeah.
Thus far, Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Great regular season numbers.
Yeah.
Can't close the deal or can't stay healthy. It's just it's the Jerry Jones thing.
I was gonna say, is it the Jerry Jones effect? Yeah.
It is the Jerry Jones effect. You can't get the best coaching staff, and if you're always in it and meddling and controlling who they pick and who they choose to recruit, then it does get in the way, I think. And I think that's the problem. He ran off Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
He ran off Barry Switzer.
Yeah.
He ran off the Big Tuna, Bill Parcells.
Oh, yeah. Loved Bill Parcells.
Yeah.
God, Bill was amazing.
Yeah, no, he has but what he is good at doing is making money.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys franchise still, in spite of sucking since like 95 or 96, just flat gargling balls. They're still the number one most valuable franchise in sports on the planet.
Do you think our Razorbacks suffer a little bit of the Jerry Jones effect?
I think they did for sure, especially when Frank Broyles was here. I think Frank Broyles was a little heavy-handed at times with the coaches. I think now we're not. I just think that the SEC is now more competitive than ever.
Yeah.
We have more and better schools in it. I mean,
Absolutely.
everybody thinks about the heyday back when we were in the old Southwest Conference, and we were playing teams like Tulsa and Rice, and teams that really couldn't win.
Yeah.
Couldn't beat us. We were the big dog.
Yeah.
And we beat on them a lot. But now it's very difficult to out recruit these other universities because, I mean, Georgia is just a sexier place to be.
Yeah.
Alabama, and they have coasts. Florida has a coast. If you got an ocean, you beat me every time.
That's true.
Texas is Texas.
Texas is Texas.
Yeah. I mean, you stop and think about if you're a kid and you're 18, 19 maybe years old, and you're looking at all these different places you can go, you have to ask yourself, why do I pick Arkansas over any of these?
Yeah.
And it's a tough sell at times. I mean, for us who've lived here a long time, you get, the cost of living is great. You can kayak. It's all natural. It's
beautiful.
fun. But when you're 18, 19 years old, you don't give a goddamn about kayaking.
Who's got the most money and the coolest places to go?
You want to meet chicks,
yep,
or guys, whatever your thing is. You want to kick it. You want to have fun. I mean, that's what you want to do when you're that age. Kayaking probably not high on the list. Maybe with your parents once a month or every other month. I don't know, but no. I mean, so it's very difficult to out recruit them.
Yeah.
What we would have to do to even be in that ballpark is have 2 or 3 really, really, really good seasons where we were at least close.
Yeah.
To start recruiting off of that. Now, Petrino, the first time, he leveraged all his NFL contacts and started bringing in a lot of people and talent and stuff like that. And that was helpful. But I don't know if he still has that arm right now or not. I don't know how much of this has to do with the struggle between Pittman and Petrino. I don't know what's up.
Yeah.
But right now we suck on both sides of the ball.
We really do.
And it's not fun, and of course, everybody every year talks about how good we're going to be because we tune up some non-conference asswipe that was brought in to take a beat down.
Yeah.
And they think we're going to be the best. And every year we go through this, we start out strong and then it starts happening, Let's see what everybody's saying here. On the opposite spectrum of Louisiana, look up the after-school Satan Club in an elementary school in Memphis. Yeah, no,
awesome.
I'm familiar with those. I don't find them as awesome, but
oh no, I'm just intrigued.
No, it's humorous to me, but it is, again, as I've said, for years and years. If you're going to platform one, if you got to give to one, you got to give to the other. I mean, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
That's just the way it's set up, and it's the same in a lot of different things, not just that, but yeah, no, I wouldn't personally send my kid to the after school Satan coloring club. And I don't think probably most people would, but some might, I guess if they're trying to use their kid to make a statement, and that's fine. Let's see. Rich One Fall Rockwell says, good morning. What's up, Rich? How you doing, buddy? Hanging via Twitch. Oh, okay. Brad's over on Twitch watching us. That is one of the places we stream.
Twitch.
Yeah, a lot of gamers are on that site. Yeah, no, not that kind of Twitch.
Oh.
Not a meth Twitch.
Not an acid flashback?
No, it's definitely not that. Brandon Jack said, good morning, everyone. Well, good morning to you. Good to have you here. Let's do something a little different.
Does your cat hate you? Here, kitty. Never mind.
I'm going with yes.
Maybe it's because you make him poop in that crappy litter. I'd hate you if you made me do that.
Oh, I do hate you.
Introducing Glitter. Glitter is litter made of diamonds. Diamonds. You've heard of them. Jay-Z's cat poops on diamonds. Are you saying Jay-Z loves his cat more than you do?
Dick.
If you get your cat glitter litter made of diamonds, maybe his attitude will improve. Pooping on diamonds will do that.
That's Beyonce.
And if Jay-Z can afford litter made of diamonds, anyone can. If your cat is still mean after you give him diamonds to poop on, he's probably just an asshole. Just stop feeding him. Glitter litter made of diamonds. Because your cat deserves better.
No one likes you.
There you go. There you go. How about that? Let's do this now, can we? Have you been injured? You need an attorney with a passion for people and an obsession with justice. That attorney is Tim Reed in Little Rock. Look, they've won $1.3 million in wrongful death, almost $1 million in medical malpractice and in insurance dispute. These guys know what they're doing, but more importantly, he's not a figurehead of some kind. He's not just some person on a poster with a picture of a rig or a smile or his dog with him. This is a real guy you can text with, you can talk to, and who will take good care of you. He'll work with you personally to get what you deserve. Check out readfirm.com, readfirm.com, or give him a call, 777-7333. You know what? As a real estate agent, putting you with the right mortgage person is critical. One of my favorites to work with is Josh Taylor at AMC Mortgage, and I'll tell you why. A lot of guys out there are stiff. They treat you like a number. Josh treats you like a friend. He's going to work through with you on everything you need. Look, he just got a pair of my clients into a home with $500 total. Yeah, paid the closing and the down payment costs all covered in there. I'm not saying that's what you're going to get, but I'm saying that's how good he is. Check him out. Give him a call, 351-2579. It's Josh Taylor at AMC Mortgage. If you're looking for a local mortgage guy, that's one that I recommend. All right, let's get back to it, shall we? Shall we do that? All right, let's see what we got going on. We got a lot of stuff to talk about this morning. Happy Gilmore 2. Are you a fan of Happy Gilmore? Because I am.
I am.
It's definitely one of my favorite comedies of all time. It's in my top 10 for sure. Apparently, Eminem filmed a secret cameo on Happy Gilmore 2 and impressed the cast with his comedic acting skills. I can believe that.
I can believe that.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at his earlier videos back when Eminem was fun, he was silly all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that Eminem much better than the I've recovered and I'm serious all the time Eminem. That guy.
You're like blonde Eminem, not brunette Eminem.
Yeah, Eminem now just depresses me every time I hear him interviewed, every time I listen to a song. I'm just like, man, what happened, bro? You're rich, you're famous, you got everything in the world, and somehow you're more miserable than you were then.
I've seen videos from just video clips from his daughter's wedding, and I don't see one smile.
Really?
From him, one smile, but he was happy for her and
sure
celebratory and all that stuff, and there was some emotion, but I didn't see a smile, a laugh.
Well, this will be good. M's a big fan of the original movie. He said he was very excited to do it. They said he had great comedic acting skills, and he did a really good job. So that's good. You're hearing about cameos already. I would imagine that Happy Gilmore 2. Look, Happy Gilmore probably inspired a lot of the younger comedians and actors of the day. So and who doesn't really like that movie? I mean, I've never met anyone who doesn't love it or like it. And I bet he has an all-star cast of people in that.
It was a really good, it's probably my favorite Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, it's got to be way up there. That one and Waterboy probably.
Oh, yeah, Waterboy.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. Let's see. Denzel Washington says that he is going to star in Black Panther 3. He shared the news on the Today Show Australia, said, I'm only interested in working with the best. I don't know how many more films I'm going to make. Probably not that many. I want to do things I haven't done. Now, how old do you think Denzel is, by the way?
60-something.
Okay. All right. Do you think he's still got Denzel handsome charm and all that when you see him, or no? Is he kind of past that, the charming part?
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay.
He's kind of entered into
older man stage.
Yeah. He is now in the category like with Morgan Freeman.
Okay, that's fair.
You're a distinguished older gentleman. Yeah. I wouldn't look to Denzel as a sex symbol.
Okay, so not quite the sex symbol now.
No,
but that's okay
no.
because you were a little off on his age. He's 79.
Cheese and rice.
Yeah. Can you imagine Denzel? And I'll tell you something.
Dang. Yeah, black don't crack. Like,
no, it don't.
Dead ass.
Look,
wow.
I thought Morgan Freeman looked old for years until now.
Yeah, I agree.
Until now, in that new Lioness or whatever it is that he's on. And I was like, holy shit, Morgan Freeman looks old. I thought you already looked. I thought that was it. I thought you'd stay that way from the time you were 40 till you just died, because that's how he's looked forever.
Mm-hmm.
But all of a sudden, he don't have any hair. His face is much thinner. And you're like, wow, I did not know that Morgan Freeman could age.
Yeah.
But he's like almost 90.
That's insane.
Yes. I think he's 87.
I can't believe I was that off on Denzel.
I think a lot of people would be. Marvel has yet to officially announce the third film, but
Hmm.
if Denzel's talking
If
about it,
Denzel says it,
you
then,
know
then
it's
it's
happening.
happening.
Yeah, it's definitely going to happen without a doubt. Let's see. Tell me if you believe this. I don't. John Krasinski, from The Office, right?
Yeah.
From A Quiet Place, those movies,
Yeah.
which are great movies, by the way. He also played Jack Ryan on the
He
series.
did.
Yeah, yeah. But he has been crowned People's 2024 Sexiest Man Alive.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, I'm so puzzled by these recent choices that they make. I mean,
They're trying to be more inclusive.
I know they are, but look, let's be honest. How many women out there? I mean, look, yes, John Krasinski's cute. Yes, when you watch him
He's
act,
funny.
he's got swag about him and he's attractive. But
When
I
he has his
mean,
beard, he looks a lot better.
okay, maybe he does, but he's still not going
I
to be
don't
the
know about
sexiest
sexiest
man
man.
in the world.
Did he like save some kittens from a burned
I don't know
building?
what he
Like,
did. I mean, I just don't get it.
is he an
There,
ally?
there's a. It's like when people keep trying to tell me how good looking Timothy Chalamet is. He looks like a 12-year-old
I don't
boy.
think. I don't think he's that
He's
attractive.
not. I mean,
Yeah.
you're just trying to tell me he is, but he's not. I mean, he looks like he's 12.
Yeah.
Uh,
And his skin doesn't look real.
no, he's just got a
He just,
weird look about him,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah. He's kind of creepy looking, to be perfectly honest with
He
you.
is kind of. Yeah, you're not wrong.
I don't know. There's just something about him. I'm like, you might be a sociopath.
He could be. Yeah.
Could be. I mean, most of the most attractive ones are.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I don't know if there's anything scientific to that, but I have fancy letters.
No, you have anecdotal experience. This is something that talked about for a long time, and now it's really happening. If you are a deadhead,
I am
I
not.
guess this is exciting for you, but Jerry Garcia can now read a book to you. Now think about that. Jerry Garcia's dead.
Yeah,
He's dead.
that's
He's
creepy.
been dead a long time.
Why do I want Jerry Garcia to read a book to me?
I don't know. You might not. But
I
the
don't.
AI version of his voice can. The late
Jesus.
Legends Estate partnered with 11 labs to recreate Garcia's voice to read books, ebooks, articles, poetry, fan stories, PDFs, and more in 32 languages. So now,
No.
post-death, this is what's getting ready to start happening. Actors that you like will never go. They will be young for it. So there'll be no more shock at Denzel's age because Denzel will stay 45, on film forever.
Okay, well,
Maybe.
are they going to get rid of those in memoriam things at like the award shows and everything? Since we're not going to be done with. And here's the thing: like, how do we know?
Now the celebrity will tell you themselves about their death.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, what if the government gets involved in this and then
Oh
we have
my
like
God.
sleeper cells and
Oh,
shit
wow.
everywhere and like Jerry Garcia
I
awakens
tell you what'll happen.
a Russian sleeper cell.
Now
in
the
Vermont.
government will buy the rights to some celebrities and use them as propaganda.
Oh my God, it's already happening.
Yeah,
It's done.
That's
Yeah,
what's going to happen.
happens.
You can bet on that. All right, let's see what else is going on of interest here in the celebrity world. Okay, yeah, again, this puzzled me even more, and I don't understand the world right now.
I don't either.
I don't. But Benny Blanco also got honorable mention in People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive. The only thing
I
sexy about Benny
saw that.
Blanco,
Is
there's
his
two things:
girlfriend?
his bank account and Selena Gomez. Okay,
Yeah.
that's it. There's nothing at all sexy about Benny Blanco. Let's be honest. He may be a nice guy, maybe funny, but this is just bullshit.
I mean, the only person I think that has ever been able to.
Bullshit? Bullshit.
Yes, baby, it is bullshit.
No, it is. I
The
mean,
only person I think that has ever really pulled off a unibrow was Frida Kahlo and Benny. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And
No, yeah. I don't like
even
it.
then, it was more about Selma pulling.
Yeah, it
Selma
really
and
was. Yeah, it
Frida
was.
pulling it
No,
off.
I'm no, this is ridiculous. You're just throwing things.
They're
I mean, this
being
is like saying Jonah
allies.
Hill's the sexiest man alive. Come on, man. Maybe a great actor, a great guy. Maybe you could even fall in love with him. Hell, but he's not the sexiest man alive.
No, I hear he's problematic as well.
Well, you think? You couldn't look at him and tell maybe he's a bitch?
Yeah, apparently, he gets the girl, and then he's like, all the things that I liked about you and how I met you, I want you to stop doing,
Oh,
like
well.
your job.
Yeah,
'Cause she was a surf instructor. So anyways,
is that
that's like
right?
a year ago, but yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
And I want you to give private surf lessons ever again.
Oh,
That's,
well, yeah.
that's my income, Jonah.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't
I
know.
guess he's probably saying, "Look, I got you," but he's like, "Listen, I want to take care of myself.
Yeah.
I know you might be rich,
Well,
and
the ladies like to be independent.
well, I think all people should like to be
Yeah,
independent. If you now
really
look, if
should.
you have a relationship where, for example, Laura doesn't have a full time job, so to speak. Now she does a lot.
Yeah.
She does a hell of a lot, but she does not have a full time job. But that is our choice
Mm-hmm.
as a couple.
Yeah.
And I was very blessed and fortunate to be able to offer that.
Yeah.
But
Well, and
but
there's some division
but
of labor.
but there's
Yeah.
a very
Yeah.
strong division of
Yeah.
labor. But not only that, we've made many concessions for that because
Absolutely.
obviously we could do a lot more, spend a lot more, buy a lot more if
Yeah.
she worked. I mean, look, the kids aren't even home now.
Yeah.
But that's just, the way we have divided up things and it works well for us. But
Absolutely.
I'll still tell you this, she's fiercely independent. Don't get
Yeah.
it twisted. And I think it is good for people to be independent
I
as
do
much as
too.
possible.
Very much.
Now, if you have a long-term relationship where you've established these things, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're just right off the bat going, yeah, I'm going to need you to quit your job. Now,
Yeah.
if she's like, hey, I'd like to quit my job, Daddy. Well, that's different. That's different.
And why is it her?
Well, I mean, because she's probably not going to support him with her surfing job.
Oh, well, that's
I
true.
mean, he
I was
does have millions.
I was expanding it to talk about other couples and not just Jonah
Oh,
and
yeah.
and whatever her
Well,
name
no,
was.
that certainly.
It's funny. I'm like
Oh,
Jonah and whatever her name was.
I
I
don't-
don't know her name.
Yeah, I could look if Laura showed up at home today and said, "Listen, just got a gig. I'm going to make $250,000 a year." I'd be like, "Well, looks like real estate's done."
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
No, looks like
Yeah.
I'm gonna hang out.
Yeah.
We'll be going and have some fun and some travel. So no, I don't mind. I would be glad to stay at home and do trade the roles.
Are you playing the lottery? I see that we've got some high numbers in the lottery.
I don't. I
Yeah.
probably should, but I don't.
Yeah.
I just never think about it, to be honest.
I don't either. I think about it whenever some advertisement comes across
Yeah.
something. It's like, oh, it's up to this. Arkansans are buying tickets, but I just forget about it.
I
don't
do.
know.
I forget, but I do always hate. It must be a certain day that I get in line at the convenience store and there'll
Yeah.
be 3 people getting those and they're
Yeah.
never ready.
Nope.
It takes them forever to pick. It's like being in the drive-through. Like,
Yeah.
what? Come on, man.
Pick a number.
Just pick it before you get there. You know what
Yeah.
card you want. Just tell them, get it and go.
Well, and statistically, they say the auto-generated numbers
Or better.
are better. And
Sure they
then
are. Of
and then
course
you've got
they
the
are.
app. There's an app now, y'all. Like you don't have to go. Well,
Oh, that's
never
right.
mind.
You can do stuff on an
yeah,
app.
you
can't
can. You can absolutely do it on the app.
I
You
forgot
can't
about
get a
that.
scratch off on there, but
Can you get the Powerball?
you can get
and
all of
that?
them.
Oh,
You
really?
can get all of them except for scratch offs.
Anything but scratch offs.
Yeah.
Okay. I did not know that. I do like the scratch offs. I just never really
Oh,
went
yeah.
at them.
Yeah, there is just something fun about the scratch offs.
They are fun, but
Yeah.
I always am disappointed because I think I once won a $50 one.
I won
That was it.
$100 one time.
Really?
Yeah, and we were on our way to Tulsa. We had stopped at some random gas station that had a McDonald's, and it was in the median.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it was
wow.
like traffic is on either side, and I was like, oh my god, I have to stop here just because
That's
I.
got to be close to Texas.
Yeah, well, maybe.
There's one
We were
like
going to
that,
Tulsa, so-
near Texarkana. I know there's one.
Oh
like that.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good times.
But anyway, you were saying so on those lottery tickets
Hmm.
that you play them or you don't?
I
Just on the phone?
well, I've occasionally I will still get one, especially when it gets up to a certain level,
certain
because I
level.
just kind of have to. And I like the natural state that is just based in
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
And
You think your odds are better because
I
it's
do
a
think
finite
yeah,
number.
I do think my odds are better. And I like
Yeah.
to stop at random gas stations to get those, like let me just stop at some
And
random one.
a lot of people don't know the gas station. If you win a lottery at the gas station, that one of the big ones, they get a big payout
They
too.
do,
They
they
get a
do.
very significant payout,
Yeah,
so it's a
help
big
your
win for
help
them.
your local gas station because some of those are owned by like your little mom and pops. But they
A
got
lot
rid
them
of
are.
they got rid of my favorite scratch off Lotteria.
Lotteria was
Yeah,
was the one for
because
you.
it was reminiscent of it mirrored that game, that Spanish game or Mexican game. I apologize if I'm being culturally insensitive, but it's a game, and you had to do these matching type things.
Oh,
and
okay.
it was so fun.
That sounds
It was
fun.
so much fun.
Junior said, "Good morning. Hey, what's up,
Good
man?
morning.
Good morning. Hope it's going great for you. So happy to have you in my ear again. Well, man, I'm glad to be all up in your ear, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Consent.
Billy said, Billy Madison, Matt Owen said, Billy
Billy
Madison.
Madison.
That was cute. You know, it was all right. It's not one of my favorites,
Mm-mm.
but there are some great lines in it.
Yeah.
But it's cute for sure. I mean, it was very, very popular. He's one of those people who have equally good, great movies
And
and
equally
horrible,
bad.
horrible.
Some horrible
You know,
movies.
Jack and Jill, the whatever six, that's called something
I don't
7,
know.
6.
Yeah. Have you seen Hubie Halloween?
Yeah, it was all right.
It was all
It
right.
was cute. Yeah, I mean, it was
he has
fine.
great support in that movie.
He
I'll
does.
just say that's my nicest way to say it.
He does well in those kind of kids type things. I mean, he's
Mhm.
got a voice that lends itself to that. And but yeah, I like Grown Ups fine. You know, it's good. Grown Ups. I don't go back and watch it a lot. Or what's the one? Click. I don't watch that a lot.
Never
I mean,
saw it.
it's okay. You know, I'm trying to think what all of his movies these days are pretty good, but they're not phenomenally funny. Like
Mhm.
to me, he found a formula. Now, 51st Dates is pretty great. I do like that one.
It's a cute movie.
Yeah, I do like
It's a
that.
very cute movie.
I like all the cameos. Like Rob Schneider,
Rob Schneider.
he does steal a lot of these with cameos that are really funny.
Yeah.
God love him, he wouldn't work if it weren't for Adam.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, let's change it up a little bit.
You love your adorable new baby. Don't you want to give it every advantage? We do! You know, it's never too early to start. Botox!
Let's go get some baby Botox. Preserve your baby's skin.
Let's go get some baby Botox.
I know what you're thinking.
You're crazy. It's just a baby.
A baby with perfect skin? How long do you think that's gonna last?
Let's go get some baby Botox.
You want your baby to be the babiest one on the playground. Wow, she doesn't look a day over 2.
Baby Botox.
You don't want other less crinkly babies laughing at it. Don't you want to be a good parent? You know, for a change. Bring your baby in now before it's too late for Baby Botox.
Baby Botox.
They're going to hate you eventually. At
Oh
least
my
it won't be
God.
about this.
That's a great new sponsor.
Wow.
Yeah, Baby Botox.
Wow. Just in time for the holidays.
It is. You know, it's
Yeah.
a great gift to get young parents and new parents.
Get it right along with those diapers. You're getting them the teething rings and everything.
Yeah,
And,
get them a little gift card for Baby Botox.
And if it's a girl, the mother-daughter package.
Oh, yeah, that's a great
Yeah.
combo package.
Yeah,
I think
we
you
care.
should.
Yeah.
Yeah. The National Toy Hall of Fame has some nominations. They have the finalists for the Toy Hall of Fame. I like to talk about that every year. Praised for versatility and universal appeal. Balloons made the list of 12 finalists being
Shut
considered for
up.
the honor. That's right, the balloon.
Well, I can say, that makes sense. Rubber that can be blown up tends to be
It is fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
In one way or another.
in one way or another.
Also, first-time contenders include the trampoline.
These are all death traps.
Yeah, right, they are.
They really are.
And the party game Apples to Apples.
No.
So a panel of judges and the public will vote on which of the finalists get inducted in November.
You know what toy I think is the most fun these days?
What?
A tins machine.
A tins? Why would that be? How's that fun?
Well, for an individual like myself, a lady, with
Yeah.
with all the feminist rage that I have in me,
Yeah.
I take delight in inflicting. Oh no, I shouldn't say that. Let me retract that. In welcoming our individuals that don't experience some of the things that the uterus holders go through.
Oh.
Inviting them
yeah.
into that
The-
world
the
and into that
uterus
realm.
holders.
Yeah, and Patrick, I know that you are a huge feminist and a major ally to the uterus
Well,
holders.
sure. And, absolutely. To birthing parents.
Yeah, the birthers.
yeah.
And
I'm definitely an ally.
well, I brought you something today.
You brought me something?
I did. I'm a caring person.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm moved by this. Let me just stop for a second.
Yeah.
Be patient with this thing. What do you mean you brought me something?
I brought a tins machine.
Well, what does that have to do with me?
Well, I knew that you would want to know what it felt like to be a possessor of a uterus, at least that certain special time of the month whenever it tries to kill the uterus holder.
Oh,
And this will simulate the pain of period cramps.
this will simulate the pain of period cramps
It will.
or like giving birth or like labor.
Well,
or
well,
whatever?
at period cramps, I don't know if you could possibly, if we could reach that level, but I am willing to try if you are.
Uh, you want to attach
I would
this
like
to
to
me,
attach.
and you want to cause me to have menstrual cramps.
I do.
And okay. Hmm. All
Do
right.
you want to
come
do
on.
this
Yeah.
now, or do we
Yeah,
want to
no.
bring our friend in?
No, we'll where are you going to put that?
Well,
if-
let's put it on your area.
which area?
Your abdomen.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Come over here, slide over here, man.
All right.
So you
walked
jumped in
in
at just the
yeah,
right
yeah,
or wrong time.
Yeah, might be
Man, how's it
saving
going,
you.
my brother?
Yeah, y'all were talking about some stuff when I came
Let me
in.
turn your mic
He
up
looks a
here.
little nervous. He's like, "Oh snap!
on.
What did I show up
Go ahead.
to?"
Let me see if I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hey,
Okay.
check one, check two.
Yeah, you're good.
yeah.
All right.
Now what you want to do is just
Do we have
stay
some
right on that
headphones for
like
him?
that. There you
Alright.
go. Yeah, we do have
Maybe.
maybe have no, he'll have to suffer for a minute. But what's your name, man?
I'm Scott Keith.
Scott
Hey,
Keith.
Scott.
Man, I am excited to have you here,
I'm
dude.
excited to have you too. I'm a big fan. I've been listening to you for years. I mean
Really?
that. I'm not just saying that.
Well, man, I appreciate the hell out of it. Thank you,
Been
man.
great.
Yeah,
That's
the guy
awesome.
Monday
Yeah.
was just saying that.
No.
Just kidding.
What? Oh, yeah,
No,
whatever.
I'm
whatever.
kidding.
No, that's cool,
Mean it.
man. So, what you're a comedian, right?
Yeah. I'm a local comedian, Little Rock based. You know, go all over, but I'm
Okay.
based right out here in North Little Rock.
Okay.
And you know, from Conway originally, but
Okay.
doing that, working the road.
How long have you been doing comedy?
I'm in
now?
my 5th year, almost
Really?
6 years. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man, that's
Wow.
awesome, man. Then you're about there.
Yeah, no, it's happening. I'm getting more work, you know.
Yeah.
Work at the Looney Bin here in town a lot.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
which
We
is
love
great.
them.
Yeah, no, they're great. They run a great show there.
They
you know.
do.
The crowds here in Little Rock are what's great about doing comedy here is like if you can do comedy here, I think you can do it just about anywhere.
You know,
We've heard that a couple
We were
times.
just having that conversation because, you know, there's something about the audience here that they just don't have the patience or what have you that maybe in other areas they do. And you might be surprised by that being that we're Southern.
Yeah.
But no, a Little
There's no
Rock
Southern
crowd
hospitality.
it's a different kind of
No,
crowd.
they're
isn't it?
they're honest, hardworking folks, and they want to blow off some steam. And
Yeah.
if you're not letting them blow off some steam, they'll let you know.
Yeah.
If you're bringing in your highbrow bullshit joke, they're not going to have it. You know, they
Yeah.
want you to get them. Oh man, that's awesome, man. Well, I'm so glad that you're here to hang out and have a good time with us. When is your? Do you have any upcoming shows, by the way?
Yeah, I got a couple this weekend.
Do you?
Yeah. I got in here in North Little Rock at the Joint, which is in Argenta
Mm-hmm.
downtown.
Love that place.
Yeah,
Cool
it's
place.
great.
Mhm.
Yeah, very cool.
I was working out new jokes there last night. We got something Friday. We got a little showcase. I'm gonna.
Oh, do
be
you?
on.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's cool. So you're going to be in a showcase, so several comedians.
Yeah. It's
And that's
local
at the
showcase.
Joint?
Yeah, that's at the Joint this
Okay.
Friday, and you can find this all on my social media, Scott K Comedy, Instagram, and
Scott K Comedy
Scott K Comedy.
on
Real simple. Get it.
Instagram.
Yes. And
Okay.
Saturday, we'll see how this goes. I'm going to Joplin for Puff Puff Laugh. It's a 420 show.
Oh.
Yeah, they have a complimentary dab bar, which I am
What?
terrified to
A
even.
complimentary dab
Yeah.
bar.
What?
Wow, that is.
I go up sober. You don't want me to.
No,
Yeah.
I can't do
I,
that. I
mean,
can't
you,
do it the
you
other
and
way.
my buddy Eugene on.
Oh, yeah.
Last week,
Eugene.
earlier this week. Oh, he's great.
He's awesome.
Love him.
I've seen him hit a dab and go on stage. I cannot
No,
imagine.
man, I can't do that.
Heck no.
No, there's no way that I'm doing that. I will have one drink normally, sometimes two. That's it. That's the max. I've found that any more than that, and I'm not
Oh yeah.
where I need to be, and I certainly don't spliff it up before I get on
No.
because I got to stay crispy, you know.
Yeah.
Right, you're forgetting stuff. It's all affects your timing because it
Yeah.
affects your perception of time. I'm
That's
talking
exactly
to
right.
everybody like they're my dad. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Like,
right.
You're here.
Yeah, right. No doubt about it, man. No doubt. Well, so did you want to hook this up? Or what?
Yeah, I can do
We'll,
that. Do you
we'll do-
want to?
What do I need to do here?
Whatever
let's
you wanna
this.
do.
Hold on. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do this. Just give me 1 second. We're going to take a quick super break here while she does this. And you listen to this exciting music while we do, okay? Just give us 1 second. Might be. Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah, let's swap you out over there real quick. All right, so we now have this machine hooked up to me.
Just move the-
Yeah,
whatever you need
she's
to
hooked it
move.
up, and I'm sorry I had to go
Sorry.
to the screen because I had to lower my I had to show some body to get these where they were supposed to be. They have to be down by my ovaries. You know what I mean? So and you're just gonna at
Keep
your
going a little bit
leisure or
more.
what? How's this
Yeah.
gonna work? I mean.
However it's gonna work.
Is it on? I don't feel anything.
don't
I don't
feel
feel any
anything?
cramps right now, so I guess that's not that bad. Oh, son of a!
Do you
Hey,
feel it?
yeah. Well, yeah, I feel it. Are you kidding me?
That's a 2.
Yeah, no, I felt that just
You
showed
felt
up.
that?
Oh, it
How are
showed
we-
up. Yeah, let me.
Just breathe.
Well, I'm just anxious, man. I mean,
You're
I don't love
anxious?
pain.
You
Do
don't-
You
you
love?
don't?
Oh, son of a! What the? God bless America, man.
I'm enjoying this way too much.
Yeah, no,
I can see that I'm getting a little red. I'm so
no, I'm the one. Oh,
Are you getting red?
son of a!
Let's see.
Hey, I'm trying to read here. This is why people lay up on the couch and eat chocolate.
Mm.
Jesus Christ, man. This year's nominees include the best-selling we're talking about the toys that are nominated for the Hall of Fame. All right.
Oh yeah,
Scott?
toys nominated for the Hall of Fame,
Yeah,
Scott.
yeah.
So
This year's nominees include the best-selling Choose Your Own Adventure game book. And I did love those when I was a kid.
same.
Yeah, did you do those?
Oh yeah, I love those.
Yeah, I would read them and choose every way you could choose. Let's see. Oh. Damn it.
I don't know who I'm having more fun watching, you
Oh,
or her enjoying
That's America.
torturing you.
All right.
Laura, I want a Christmas card for this.
Hess toy trucks, which have signaled the holiday season since 1964.
Just breathe, Patrick.
Remote controlled vehicles and the stick horse.
You need a heating pad?
Shut the
All
rounding.
right, we'll take
God.
it down a notch. We'll take it down a notch.
Rounding out the list, Phase 10, sequence and Pokemon trading cards, along with two personal or perennial nominees, My Little Pony and
Yay.
Transformers, both of which debuted in the 1980s. Why are they perennial nominees? Why have My Little Pony and Transformers not made it into the Hall of Fame?
That's a really great question. What does perennial mean?
Like evergreen?
Evergreen?
Yeah,
Okay.
continual.
Well, that makes
basically.
sense.
These 12 toys represent the wide range of play from strategic to, well, they're just talking about the toys. So, all right. So let's see what this last year's inductees, baseball cards. Technically, I guess it's kind of a way you do. Cabbage Patch Kids, Fisher Price, Corn Popper. Hell yeah.
Corn
Oh,
popper.
God damn it.
I wish I met all my new friends.
Nerf foam
Right?
toys.
I'm having way too much fun.
Oh, my God.
Beautiful. What's
Listen,
that?
I would never make it through the month. Oh! What are you doing, for God's sake, here? I can't
That's
even.
on a 5.
Right. This is
Why
what-
are you torturing? You're just torturing me,
Okay,
Amanda.
so one side is between 5 and 6, and one is between 3 and 4.
Yeah, I know which is which. I can tell you that. Oh, bless America. My left ovary's dying. I'm trying to poop my left ovary right now. Okay.
We should have put one of these on Scott.
No, it's not fair to
No.
torture the new
No,
guy.
I'm not opposed to. I am kind of curious, but also terrified.
Yeah. Well, no, you trust me. Just stay curious.
All right, I'll just stay here.
Anyway, so tell us about you. You've been performing for 5 years now,
Yeah, yeah,
and you travel all around the U.S.
yeah. I do. Like in late September, I had a show in New York, and you're cracking me up. Which was great, you know.
In New York. How hard was that,
You
man?
know, it wasn't. It
No?
really wasn't. I think it's like I was saying, you know.
It's all mindset, isn't it?
It's all mindset, and people make a big deal out of it. Like, because I've seen New Yorkers, you know, or like Californians come down. Now I have nothing against them. I've
Right,
it's all
obviously.
I
over,
do. JK.
But no, it's I've seen them come down here and think it's gonna be easy, and you know they
Yeah.
Oh no, it's
Oh,
not.
it's gonna be so easy to impress the
the
country
yolk-
bumpkins.
Because
the
we
yolks.
don't care, honestly.
Yeah.
Also, you know, it's not like we're isolated anymore. We have
No, everybody knows now. Yeah.
So I went up there. It was great. There were some great comedians on it. Me and some other Arkansas buddies went up with some New York friends we got.
That's what I was telling. Golly, that's what
This is what
I was telling someone the other day is that funny is funny, no matter where you are, no matter what your accent is, no matter what your background is, So I learned that traveling around myself because, you perform here and people have heard you, they know you. And so you kind of have a warm audience right off the bat. And so when I, when I started going out of state, I was really nervous at first because I was like, well, nobody's going to know me. They may not give a damn. And that's when you find out if you really are funny or not, What would you say as far as your humor goes? What things do you like to focus on? What do you have a particular area you work in, or what are you about?
Man, I usually I talk about a lot of different things. Some of it's more observational or cultural,
Yeah.
I talk about my family a lot.
Yeah.
That's relatable to everybody.
So a lot of relatables then.
Yeah.
That's
You got to keep it, broad, and then kind of go into more specific stuff as you go on. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, I read this thing the other day, and I think it's funny.
Yeah, I like to.
I was on the Patrick and the People show, and he kept having beer.
Yeah, right. Daniel
Patrick
Tosh.
is an ally.
No, he really is.
Oh goodness.
Daniel Tosh.
Sweating, y'all.
Daniel Tosh has a set. I think it's called Happy People.
Mm-hmm.
And I love one of the things that he talks about in there, and it's so true as a comedian, is you'll start with a really broad joke, and then you keep dialing it down further and further and further until you've only got a couple people in the audience that even get it, But it's fun to do. Those kind of jokes that only a few people get, like little Easter eggs you drop, so that's a lot of fun.
Oh, I've had people sit in the front row looking at me with laid back with one raised eyebrow, not getting what I'm saying, and that's as funny to me as people laughing.
Oh yeah.
It can be, yeah.
What'd he just say?
Yeah, you want everybody doing that, but
So as far as people that you've met as you've traveled around, have you run into any pretty big name actors, comedians, anybody?
Yeah, I've run into some, like on that one show in New York. You're cracking me up. Sean Donnelly, who's a comedy seller comic. He was on there.
Okay.
He was really great to meet. I've worked with like Sam Miller, who's really up and coming right now.
Yeah. I've heard of Sam.
He was great. He's out of Olympia, Washington. He's a great guy, and he does a good job.
God damn it. I'm sorry, y'all. When I tell you the intensity level that shoots through you, like I am just shades of ripping this son of a bitch off. I'll tell you that right now. I am, man. You have to cut me a little slack here, man.
All right.
Oh man, I am enduring it.
That's
God.
I like to imagine your face is what God's face is.
Yes.
Oh my
When
God.
He was making women. He was like,
Oh my God.
This is gonna be so funny.
Yeah, no doubt.
Ow.
Ow. Okay.
If y'all run into me today and I am like 6 degrees of
Happy?
yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I've been called God and I've inflicted pain on a white man. So hey.
Why you gotta call me white?
Okay, just a man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I apologize.
It's my soul, isn't?
All right, we're gonna hit 8.
No, you're not.
Come on.
No, you're not. Ah!
It's still on 7.
This is terrible.
8 is the highest it goes.
No, just stop. This is crazy.
Do you want me to turn it off?
Oh my God,
I'm not doing it.
I cannot communicate anymore. So you're gonna have to stop.
Okay, all right, we're stopping.
my
We're
God.
stopping. We're stopping.
Just give me a break for a little bit. Jeez, Louise, that was rough, man. Oh my
If
God.
we could all just take a break from the period pains, it would
Yeah,
be
right.
so
Now, wouldn't it
fun.
be nice if
Would
the
be.
ladies could
There's
just say
your
I'm done?
privilege. There's your privilege, Patrick. You can take a break from it.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get my bearings here. Now, let's do this. Let's just, here. Go here for a minute.
Scott, were you in the middle of saying something when I did that?
If I was, it wasn't as important as that.
Okay.
Here, just hold on a second. You know what? As a real estate agent, I've seen lots of homes get caught up in probate. That's when somebody dies and they don't have a will. And the next thing you know, siblings are arguing over houses, possessions, cars, things like that. That is a nightmare you don't want any part of. You're going to need some help. You need someone with experience. You need Riggin Law. Okay, RigginLaw.com. Kristen Riggin there and her team are amazing at guiding you through this process. Look, you want to get what's coming to you, but but you don't want to have to fight with everybody to get it. Just get Kristen to do the work for you. Go to RigginLaw.com. When you have questions, you have concerns about an inheritance, about anything like that, RigginLaw.com is the solution. Check them out. All right. And I do want to mention to you, if you're looking for, or if maybe you've had a problem with your heater, air conditioner here in the past few days, look, it feels good right now, but I promise you in a couple weeks, it won't be. It's the time if you got a problem to call and get it dealt with or get it serviced if you want it to work better. Remember last year when it wasn't working all that well, just get it serviced. Who would you go to? Well, my suggestion would be Cabot Mechanical. Go to cabotmechanical.com. David Lindsay's the service manager there. I've told the story over and over that had someone come out, tell me I need a brand new air conditioning unit, $7,000. He came the next day when I got the second opinion, $187 total.
Can't beat that.
That's a better deal. And because of that, I've always used him. And I'm telling you that cabotmechanical.com, or you can call David, 502-2720. It's 502-2720.
And get that stuff checked out. You've got holidays coming up, and you really don't want Aunt Edna or Grandpa Joe
bitching the whole time
about your HVAC.
Yeah, no, you don't want that.
The heat, the air. You just want them complaining about your life choices.
Yeah. Stay on the life choices.
Yeah.
Leave my AC alone.
Yeah.
This is not good news. Scientists warn that men could be eventually facing extinction.
Just men?
Just men, due to the steady deterioration of the Y chromosome that plays a critical role in male reproduction and is housed in the testicles.
What'd y'all do?
I don't know. Unlike women who have two X chromosomes, men possess an X and a Y, with the Y containing 45 genes compared to the X's 900. You want to know why guys are a little dumber? There's one.
I don't wonder.
For making sperm, a lot of cell divisions are needed. Each cell division, a chance for mutation. This vulnerability, coupled with the Y chromosome's inability to fix itself, has led it to lose 97% of its ancestral genes over millions of years.
Wow.
Now, well, it means
you're jacking off too much.
No, it does not.
I don't know.
It definitely doesn't mean that.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Grave says the extinction is not an immediate threat. It could take another 6 to 7 million years.
Oh, bless it.
The sun's gonna blow up.
We are not going to be around that long.
Who cares?
Who cares? AI's
If
taking
it's
over
not
in the next
taking
40
effect
years.
in the next 50 years, what do I care?
Shut up.
No, I'm gonna be living in the cloud. I'm not.
seriously. Yeah, right.
That's right.
Yeah. Consciousness uploaded.
Yeah, that you might actually.
You really
you
might.
could. You could. I think I'm too far past that. I'm sure
No,
that
I
they
believe
won't.
in you. I can see what your body couldn't withstand.
You think?
Seriously.
Well, that's a good point. All of a sudden, that's a good point right there. No, don't.
It's
please.
off. It's
Yeah,
off.
I
It's off.
can't.
It's off.
I can't. Let's talk about butter for a minute. This really isn't about butter. You might remember the 2000s movie Idiocracy. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I
Oh,
love that
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, a lot of people like that movie. Mike
Yeah.
Judge movie,
Yeah.
where the human race descends to stupidity
Yeah.
in the future. Well,
Uh,
we may have arrived early.
no shit.
Big box retailer Costco announced it's recalling 80,000 pounds of butter this week. It's not expired. It's not contaminated with any bacteria, but they forgot to add the warning label, product contains milk.
You're killing me.
Do you know how stupid
I-
we have to be to have labels that say may contain milk on the cheese?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't? If you don't know cheese contains milk, then you deserve whatever comes from it if it gives you poops.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's natural selection.
That's
That's all that
exactly
is.
what that
Yeah.
is. If you in school didn't pay enough attention to know cheese is made with milk, then hey, sorry for you.
Yeah, you're at
Sorry,
a gene
not
pool.
sorry.
No.
Your gene pool's going extinct.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry, not
exactly what should
sorry.
happen. That's ridiculous. Now, on the flip side of the coin, the very idea of spending the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday with your family may send shivers down your spine, but Hard Mountain Dew has a solution for you.
I know they do.
Ditch them and take a vacation. The drink company announced it's giving fans to win a trip wherever they want in the United States, as long as Hard Mountain Dew is sold there. It says your time's precious, as are credit card travel points. We believe Hard Mountain Dew fans should be spending it far from the antics of Thanksgiving dinner table. Instead, you should be getting out, doing what you want, pursuing your passions. So they're, going to give you an opportunity to win a round trip flight to a location of your choice with hotel accommodations for 3 nights and 4 days and $5,000 spending money. You just have to go over to hardmountaindewditchyourfamily.com, and mountain is MTN. Hardmountaindewditchyourfamily.com.
Is that is it malt liquor? Is it like spiked Mountain Dew?
It's like a seltzer sort of.
Yeah, it's just like the.
Is there alcohol in it?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
It's
Okay.
Mountain Dew Zima.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Ugh.
Mountain Dew Zima. I mean,
So
that's
you
all these
can-
new things are very Zima-like.
Yeah. So you can go to any place in Appalachia or the South.
You could go anywhere you want. Oh, well, they
Where it's
certainly have
sold,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, they certainly have that.
I haven't
yeah.
seen those yet, but it's interesting. All the new alcoholic beverages and
Oh yeah, they got all these spike things now. All these different. You know what?
you know they have an alcohol-free White Claw now.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
it's exactly that
Why
was
would
my whole thing.
anyone have that?
Yeah, it's sparkling water.
I know they have
y'all.
an alcohol-free Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
it's
sure with
yeah,
that one.
it's sparkling water.
I tell you what,
WTF?
they do have, and they have it at the Looney Bin, and it's kind of crazy, which is weed water or weed,
Oh, yeah.
Saw
weed
that.
They
CBD
just got
infused
that.
drinks,
Yeah, I
right?
saw that.
Or weed infused drinks.
Yeah, I think it's that Delta 8 or something.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that, but I think it's one of those where it's
One of the deltas.
Yeah.
technically legal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, that
it's
little
legal
loophole they
until- Yeah,
found.
it's
Yeah.
legal until you set it on fire.
I'm gonna tell you what. Somebody told me about that, and my son, he came back from a store and said, "Man, I just got this, this," and he goes, "Bro, this is weed," and he showed it to me. He said, "Look," I said, "Bro, that it looks and smells like weed." I said, "But I'll be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure yet until I've field tested it. So why don't you roll that up and let's see what it is?"
Yeah.
No, I was.
It was weed.
No, I tried to get some CBD to help me sleep. Next thing I know, I'm like curled up in a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Going back to the womb and introspection.
You're right, no doubt about it,
Question
man.
My whole life.
No, that's it. The new weed is so strong now, man. I mean,
Yeah.
back in the day, I say this all the time. They used to have, or they would talk about one hit weed, which was like a unicorn. It wasn't
Yeah,
real. Like
never
Bigfoot,
it didn't exist.
Bigfoot. You never
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
But now, oh no, now there's some one hit stuff that you hit it once and you're like, man, I need to set that down for a minute.
Especially those dabs.
No, dude, I can't imagine
Yeah.
anybody. That's one thing when audiences are dabbed out like that, though. Sometimes they don't.
I bet it's hard to make them laugh.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you think they're
Well-
easy to laugh,
Delay.
but if they're just sinking into their chair.
Well, there's a big difference between smoking weed
Yeah.
and dab.
And hitting dabs.
Dab
Yeah.
will knock you. I mean, it'll out you, man. You will
Yeah.
be parked.
Right. 'cause
Yeah.
That's,
That's
for people who don't know, that's just concentrated
Yeah.
THC.
yeah. I mean, it's
Womp,
just
womp, womp.
like if you ever look at a bud and you look at all the crystals on it. All right, those crystals. If you look in the bottom of the bag, it's called keef.
Mm-hmm.
And they take all that basically and make a butter out of it that they call, or wax that they call dab.
Yeah.
And so it's the most potent. And then they introduce all kinds of terpenes in it,
Yep.
and all kinds of things as well.
No, it's crazy. It'd be like if I went to a comedy club and they were selling shots of PGA. They were just giving
Yeah,
it raw
right.
grade
Oh my
alcohol.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, that's
It's like I don't know. I don't want to deal with these people like this.
I totally
No,
forgot about
no.
PGA.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that usually happens when you drink
No,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I haven't touched PGA since like '97, but yeah.
No, I haven't since 1987 for
Yeah,
a reason.
seriously.
Because the last time I did, it was not a good event.
I was in
I-
a field somewhere that it was different from
My
the field I
bu-
was supposed to be in.
My buddy, who's now a doctor at the Mayo Clinic, because he did something with his life.
Ooh, fancy.
But he took me home, and put me in bed, and put the covers on me because I was so hammered I could not function.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, my PGA. Yeah. it was-
Good.
PGA,
You think that's when he
man.
decided to become a doctor? He's like, I got to take care of these guys.
Yeah. I probably
These
inspired
people
him.
need my help.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
these-
inspired him to his calling.
These people just aren't doing it. Yeah.
See, so, you did some good. You did something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I
You were
inspired that.
changing lives even then.
Mhm.
Look at you.
Yeah, changing lives.
Aw.
No, I woke up the next morning looking for my skull, and I couldn't find
skull?
it. Yeah, I dipped for like 2 years of my life, and I was looking for it, and I couldn't find it. I found an empty can. I opened it. When the smell hit me, I realized what happened. I ate the can the night
Oh my
before
God.
Oh my God.
because I kept taking dips, and I'd swallow it on accident because I was so drunk. I didn't know.
Oh
And so it didn't affect me then, but boy, when I
bet
woke up, it did.
Ew.
Oh yeah, it's the worst headache I've ever had in my life to this day.
Yeah, I mean your gut had to be a hazmat zone, right?
It was. No, I'm shocked the ET team didn't show up and cordon it off. And
Was that better or worse than the period cramps?
oh
Mine did.
man, I don't know. That's tough right there.
We never made it to 8, so we can. I mean, I can help you make that decision real quick.
We'll go to 8 after 8. How about that? Let's wait a little longer, man. I just stopped sweating a minute ago, man. That's brutal, man.
We'll have to tell Carrie to turn the air down in here or something. Yeah, he was sweating.
I was, man.
Upper lips.
Are you a TikTok guy?
No.
No, you don't like it.
No,
Don't like it. Don't use it. What?
I don't use it. I guess I'm a millennial. I guess it's more of a younger people app. I don't know.
Okay.
My friends make fun of me, and I don't need another distraction.
I understand.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
I'm
I
like
get it.
that, and I'm like, why you let Chinese companies spy on me when I could let American companies spy on me?
No, I'd rather my privacy be sold by the USA. Yeah.
Right.
Are you're a TikTok person, aren't you? A little bit.
No.
No.
I mean, I have an account
Mm-hmm.
for business purposes.
Gotcha.
But we haven't done anything
Now,
with it.
do you have a social media you like to use, or
I use Instagram
so
mostly.
you stay on Instagram?
love
a lot?
Instagram.
Or Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think this is applicable to both. Scrolling on TikTok or Instagram could be a real pain in the ass for anyone who suffered from hemorrhoids. This is saying if you sit on the commode a lot and TikTok or Instagram, that you are upping your case of hemorrhoid.
Okay, so is it different if I'm scrolling Facebook?
No, it's just,
Absolutely,
X?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
no,
I'm so
those
glad
two
they
will
made
not
that
cause it.
distinction.
No, they were citing TikTok.
What if
I
I'm
added
reading?
Instagram.
What if I'm reading a book?
Yeah,
That's
it would
fine.
also be the same.
yeah. I
Okay.
think it's just sitting for a long time.
Yeah.
Also, I think with TikTok, you're getting mad at Russian bots the whole time, so your blood vessels are
I
popping out
doubt,
of your
I
eyeballs.
doubt it's a Russian bot I'm getting mad at. It's probably some 12-year-old,
Yeah, it's-
influencer
Yeah, that
Yeah.
could be the case.
trying
I
to tell
see
me I'm
that.
fat.
Yeah,
can
some
see
kid
that.
doing
Yeah, or Kim
Fortnite
K.
dances or something.
Yeah.
Kim K on there telling me to buy her
What?
stuff.
You don't like her stuff?
Her stuff. I can't afford her stuff.
No.
Yeah.
Is it expensive?
I'm assuming so.
Well, so you don't really
And
know. So
do
you're
I
speaking
look
out
like
of
I
your
wear?
ass.
Yeah, I am. Do I look like I
Uh-huh.
wear makeup or shapewear?
I don't know.
This feels like a trick question.
Yeah, it seems like a
It's
dangerous
not.
place for me to be
It's-
right
it's
now.
not.
I don't think I can risk that
This,
answer.
this
Oh my
sounds like a
gosh.
do you find my friend attractive
No,
question.
no.
Oh no! Don't ever answer that one.
I quit being that type of
The
person.
trapper.
Yeah, about 20 years ago.
That's good. That's
yeah,
good.
yeah. Mm-mm.
I'll tell you what. We should have done this 20 years ago, and we didn't.
This is the segment, not like the other. People do stupid shit, you say, oh brother. Hey, it's not a copy or a clone of any previous bit. But if you think so, hey, we don't give a shit. Yeah. Wackadoos in the news.
Yeah, that's good times. The Christmas album coming this fall. Yeah, very excited.
Were you able to secure Carrie Underwood for a couple duets?
Well, you know what? I don't know if she's going to be able to do. We talked about one, but I don't know if she's going to be able to get in time for that.
Yeah.
But I am hoping maybe Casey Musgraves
that
or
was going to be my next
Yeah,
question.
yeah,
She
yeah.
tends to be a little bit more accessible.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, a little bit more down to earth.
Oh, for sure.
Big fan.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to have Jelly Roll.
Oh yeah, Miley.
No,
No,
Miley.
Miley.
No, not this time.
No, I bet Jelly Roll will be down. You're making a Christmas album?
Oh, well, I mean, based
Yeah,
on the
based off that
success
song.
of that song, yeah. I mean,
That's a Patrick original. You
yeah,
didn't
it's
know?
like the most
Yeah.
downloaded song on the planet right now. I mean, everybody's. I can't go anywhere without somebody playing that intro.
You can get it as a ringtone or a callback tone.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
You can.
It's amazing.
Is it going to be all Patrick originals, or are you going to do some?
Oh no, definitely be
gotta
originals. You know, but I may do one cover. You know, but probably originals. That's how I like to get down.
Well, if Mariah will let him do it, he's going to do All I Want for Christmas. But we all know how temperamental she can be.
I would much rather hear Patrick.
Yeah,
version.
you know. Well, she's,
Any
I mean,
version.
she's really only famous for that song. So, I mean, I can understand her not wanting to give up any sort of rights to it. But
She says.
I
I
think
would,
you would
I
do it
would, I would,
better.
I would maybe disagree with that. She might be one of the best-selling artists of all time. I don't know.
For that song.
No.
I'm kidding.
Also, I would sell my soul to be famous for one thing as much as she is for that.
Yeah, I
Oh.
hear you on that. She is famous as hell. A tropical wave in the Caribbean could strengthen. Oh no, that's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. Here you go. An unreleased Prince album getting ready to hit the auction block. Dr. Fink, who worked with Prince as a member of the Revolution,
Mm-hmm.
also part of his side project. Back in '79, they recorded an unreleased album. That's the one going up for bid. The auction will take place Friday via the UK-based Pop Store. Among the other items he's selling are 39 cassette tapes recorded during rehearsals with Prince, a draft script for Purple Rain, a number of gold and platinum discs, and a range of stage costumes and shirts. But the album, that's the big thing.
Yeah.
He's going to make probably a fat load of money on that.
Yeah. Are they going to release it to the public for those of us that want to hear it?
I would imagine that would
I
be the
hope
goal,
so.
whoever buys it. Yeah.
I hope
mean,
so.
well, why wouldn't you? Because
How
you can make
cool.
like
I
a
hope,
billion, billion.
I hope it wouldn't be a prestige thing, like people trying to buy a Warhol or something.
Yeah.
Just hold on to
Yeah,
it.
just
Yeah.
Hold on to it. Be dicks like
Like Prince
that.
is, I mean, I know he has a vault full
Oh yeah.
of
Man.
music that he just recorded.
He
before
does.
died.
Yeah.
And I mean, I read his house. His entire house was wired.
Yeah.
So if
I
he,
want to go to Paisley
No
Palace.
matter where he's
no matter where he was, if he had an idea for a song, he just
It makes sense.
and also he could go all George Orwell on Oz
But
guest.
see, he was
I mean,
Diddy
that's
without the drugs. You know, he was Diddy that
he
they
didn't need no
he didn't need it.
drugs.
The ladies just
He
came and said,
didn't
"Hey,
need
I'll
no
take my clothes
drugs.
off. Let's go."
Shit, he probably turned away more.
Yeah, they
Kitty
probably
cat.
tried to Diddy him.
Yeah, they probably did.
He said, "Nope."
Nope.
I don't know.
I'm
Man, he might have
Prince.
said yes.
Blouses.
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 Okay, check this out. There was a sweet find dropped off at a Missouri thrift store, and employees trying to make sure the item gets back to the owners. Tina Eifert, manager of the Salvation Army Family Store in Hannibal, found a pile of letters sent by Chester McMean to his wife Alma, while he was stationed overseas in World War II. No way to trace where the donation came from, so Eifert called in local investigative journalist Megan Duncan to help. The couple had 3 kids and a life before they passed, and they've now tracked down one of their sons, and they're going to return that package of letters to them.
Aw.
Well, that's real sweet. No.
That is really
Yeah,
sweet.
good for them.
Yeah. There's interesting stuff that makes it into donation piles.
I'm sure whoever sorts through that has a lot of stories.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
probably so.
Aaron has a lot of stories of the stuff that gets sent to the van. They actually have a wall of fame and shame,
Oh, yeah, they do.
and it is hilarious.
Some of
And
the things people donate for homeless
Man.
is a little surprising.
Yeah,
like the homeless probably don't
lingerie.
need negligee,
no stripper boots.
stripper boots,
They
none
don't
of that.
need them.
Period.
Well,
Cramp simulators, none of that.
Shut your mouth.
Maybe that. I don't know. I don't know.
Let's see. For anyone hoping for another Back to the Future sequel or reboot, nope.
Thank God.
Writer and franchise co-creator Bob Gale said the 3 movies, musical, and cartoons are all there will ever be.
Hold the phone.
He is not selling the rights to anyone else ever to
There's
make
a-
another one.
There's a musical.
Yeah, apparently.
I saw. I was scrolling this morning when I got here. There's apparently a musical for Cabin in the Woods.
The horror movie?
Yes.
Wow. They'll make a
it's
musical.
It's a play production.
Have you seen Schindler's List, the musical?
I was like, how? Oh my God.
Lincoln, Nebraska is asking the public to name their snowplows, a tradition for the city to have the contest. Residents submit their names through November 26th. No profanity. Starting December 16th, the
Aw.
top 25 names be voted on by the public. Last year's winning names were Cleopatra, Scoop Dog, Plowy McPlowface,
That's my favorite.
Darth Blader,
Y'all.
Austin Plowers,
That's good.
Truck Norris,
Ooh,
Anti-Snowshel, and Snow Big Red.
I love
So
them.
that's kind of funny. I'll admit that's
Those are
funny.
good. Those are good.
They
Good
are
job,
good,
y'all.
aren't they? Boy, this is a surreal moment. Police arrest a cigarette smuggler disguised as a water hyacinth as he tries to cross a river from Paraguay to Argentina. That's a plant.
Yeah.
He's tried to appear as a floating plant. Apparently, the military said, "Hey, that's a human being right there." So they pulled him up and handcuffed him. Then they discovered he'd been pushing 200 packs of Rodeo King-sized cigarettes in 4 black boxes under a flexible wire mesh covered with a mix of leaves and artificial plants tied to his body. So he was smuggling cigarettes. They said they checked him over to make sure he wasn't suffering from hypothermia, and then took him to the station. The incident occurred near Cerrito Island. We've all been there in the in Argentina area. That's a bad idea. Apparently, didn't go well.
How desperate do you got to be to smuggle cigarettes?
You got to be pretty desperate, man.
Especially down there.
I mean, you know,
how long of a span was he trying to go? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's Argentina, so that's pretty far.
Yeah. Louisiana police on the hunt for a woman with a hot pink bag and a bold streak. She's accused of swiping an 18-wheeler in broad daylight, allegedly tied to thefts across multiple areas. She stole the semi at 6 a.m. Sunday from a business in Louisiana. Police shared video footage of the suspect to Facebook, where a woman in a black hoodie, shorts, and flip-flops seen looking around with her hands on her hips. She's got a hot pink bag hanging across her body. She's also wanted for involvement in other thefts.
I want to see the dash cam and body cam footage when they catch her. And good for her for knowing how to drive an 18-wheeler.
I mean, that is something now.
That is something.
We do have a truck driver.
There's very few.
Maybe, get the Diesel Driving Academy to hire this trick.
Yeah.
Man. Chicago area Democrat is facing charges after crashing her car while under the influence and then making some crude comments to a police officer about his small penis. Probably not the time to make small dick jokes, but, hey, what do I know? Chicago police arrested Cook County Board of Review Commissioner Samantha Steele Sunday, November 5th, after she crashed into another vehicle and refused sobriety test. Do you know who I am? I observed her eyes were bloodshot and glossy, detected strong odor of alcohol. During the arrest, she made vulgar comments, repeatedly said, "Is your penis that small?" She was treated for head injuries and due to appear in court on the 27th. She's probably going to get convicted.
So as much as I love dash cam and body cam footage, I would very much like to see, their reaction videos after they've sobered up.
Oh, you'd like to see them sober and watch their own video?
I want them to see their video. Let me see a video of you watching you.
Yeah, like those React channels on YouTube.
Yeah, I want to see you watching you. That's you, boo.
Yeah,
acting like that.
Like a dumbass.
In public, in front of your kids, in front of... those are the words that you said.
Yeah.
How you feel about that, sis? Or bro, whoever?
A coyote that had a plastic jug over its head for at least a week.
Poor baby.
Was rescued by members of the public in Illinois, now recovering at a wildlife rescue. The coyote had been seen wandering with its head stuck in the plastic container for at least a week, but had evaded attempts to rescue it. Well, you can imagine it's probably terrified. It can't see. It doesn't know if you're a predator, so it's freaking out. But a pair of residents, Michael and Dave, were able to get the jug before Flint Creek rescuers arrived. Priscilla remained concerned that the animal was not moving. The female coyote taken to Flint Creek currently getting IV fluids for dehydration, and they expect a full recovery. God love it, man. That's a sucky place to be there.
Is she available for fostering and adoption?
I don't think coyotes are. I think not. I think that's a big no.
Once they have human contact, can I do it?
I don't know. I also think you can't raise a hyena in your house.
I'd like to see you try, though.
I mean, I just asked.
Hey, you know what? They're actually...
They're adorable is what they are.
You know what? I saw somebody who had an actual pet hyena. Now, they don't live here. They live overseas. But it was just like a dog, really.
Yeah. This wasn't your Joe Exotic interview, was it?
No. That's coming up. But no, it was not that.
Can't wait for that.
No, it's going to be great, man. That's going to be a great interview. Here, let's do something different. Oh.
Does your cat hate you? Kitty. Never mind.
I'm going with yes.
Maybe it's because you make him poop in that crappy litter. I'd hate you if you made me do that.
Oh, I do hate you.
Introducing Glitter. Glitter is litter made of diamonds. Diamonds. You've heard of them. Jay-Z's cat poops on diamonds. Are you saying Jay-Z loves his cat more than you do?
Dick.
If you get your cat glitter litter made of diamonds, maybe his attitude will improve. Pooping on diamonds will do that.
That's Beyonce.
And if Jay-Z can afford litter made of diamonds, anyone can. If your cat is still mean after you give him diamonds to poop on, he's probably just an asshole. Just stop feeding him. Glitter! Litter made of diamonds. Because your cat deserves better.
No one likes you.
All right. Let's see. Okay, let's listen to what you guys are saying. Wendy said, I'm in Oklahoma today. Wendy is our truck driver who came in and hung out on the show with us.
Phoenix.
You remember her? Yeah, Phoenix is her handle. That's right. And so, hey, be careful in Oklahoma. Patrick and the people, I got a man crush on you, buddy. That's Dennis Ekman. You talking to Scott over here? The man crush? Is that what you're saying?
Hey, I'll tell you, I'm a comedian. I'm a sucker for validation.
Yeah. It's got to be you. He's got a man crush on. Jay said, morning all. What's up, buddy? Hit the like button. Yeah, that's right. Hit that like button, baby. Good morning. Hope y'all are having a great morning. Gets better every day. Starting to sound better than the show we don't speak of. Thanks for help the other day. Oh, in the house looking. This guy's, oh, that's nice. Thank you, Crystal. You're so sweet. She was thanking me for something else I'd helped her with on the side. Mike said, you'll love this, Patrick. The taint area. Oh, no, I'm not. Said put a ball cramp simulator. Yeah, no, I don't know. Girls couldn't handle the ball cramp. Nobody can handle that. That's too much. That's got to be, I guess, the closest to giving birth feeling you would get is when you get
a
racked.
ball cramp.
When you get racked
when
in
you
the
get
balls.
racked in the balls.
That and kidney stones.
I've heard that too. Yeah.
I've had kidney stones.
Well, you've also had a baby.
I have had a baby.
Which was worse?
Well, you get all hopped up on drugs for the baby, though, right?
Some
And
do.
kidney stones too.
Some do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would honestly say if what's coming to mind is the kidney stones, just because it was such a. I'm thinking of all the context involved in that. With giving birth, I mean the contractions were painful. They took my breath away, but I knew what was going on. You know, there was knowledge behind
Yeah.
what was going on when
So the anxiety
yeah.
and fear may have played part in that.
I would say so.
Okay,
Yeah, I would say
that's
so.
sensible. You know, I've known some people pretty close to me who've had. I've never had a kidney stone, but I've known people who have, and it seems to be amazingly painful. And I get why. I mean, it's if you see those things under a microscope, they look like crystals with daggers on them trying to come down your pee hole.
Yeah.
And that's not a good place to have it. You know what I mean? It's probably pretty rough.
Yeah, at least you're supposed to give birth.
Yeah, right. You're not supposed to shoot that out of your. No. Let's see. Who else here saying anything? Can you have Scott get up to the mic or turn his up? Yeah, I think here I'll turn him up a little bit. Just stay on the mic, Scott, like this.
Stay on.
Yeah, that way that they can hear you
All right,
better.
gotcha.
Yeah, that's my tech guy. He's smacking my hand right now. And I don't want that. Tell me what you think of this story. This is a really compelling, controversial type story. In a desperate attempt to protect herself from her drug and gambling addicted son, a Thai woman installed an iron jail cell inside her home in Buriram province. After living in fear for 20 years, watching her son become increasingly violent, she told police she didn't have a choice but to create a secure space. For 20 years, I've lived in constant fear. She explained her late husband's stress over their son's addiction contributed to his death. Now, she made sure his cell had essential amenities: a bed, a bathroom, Wi-Fi, small opening to deliver food and water.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that makes it okay.
You
Yeah.
can't do that though, hun.
Hold on. Her unusual measure has raised concern among local authorities who informed her the homemade jail might violate human rights.
Might?
Which, well, this is Thailand. This is not America.
Yeah, my apologies.
Yeah, police have
She's
instructed.
got room for a jail cell in Thailand?
Yeah, police instructed her to dismantle the cell, promising to find alternative ways to address her concerns. But it has sparked international attention. Apparently, Thailand has a growing drug crisis. The whole world does. Okay, get over yourself. All the world has a drug crisis. So what do we think here? You think this is a no-go is what you're saying?
I think it's amazing that she has the square footage to put a jail cell in her home.
In Thailand, clearly she's a wealthier type.
Yeah. Well, and I was kind of initially was like, well, is it for her or is it for him? Because I
Right.
remember my
Well,
mom
she could
putting
put
a
herself
padlock
in
on
the
her
jail.
door.
She can put herself in the jail and protect herself from him.
Kick
Just
him out,
reverse it.
sis. Kick him out. I don't
Just
know.
reverse it.
I don't know.
Or maybe just tell him to leave.
I just like that they list all the essential amenities and they're like
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, food, water, Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
so it's okay since you can watch YouTube. And
Well,
be
yeah.
rich.
I
He
mean,
can make TikToks just like they can in the jails in America.
Yeah, no, and that's always, it amazes me that this day and age, man, how many jail people are out there making videos and stuff
Mhm.
like that, you know?
I love it though.
Y'all know they're always great.
I'm glad I can.
Is it a basic human right to have access to Wi-Fi and phones and social media?
It should be just because I love watching people make toilet wine.
Yeah, that is fun to watch.
All of my best cooking advice comes
The
from
hooch,
prison.
the hooch, yeah. Yeah,
I get
it
that.
is. You know how desperate you are when you make wine in a toilet. That's frightening to me. I don't want to drink that. I don't want to need to
Mhm.
drink that much.
Mhm.
You know
I never got to that level.
what if you went to prison, Scott? Other than, let's say, sex, what would you miss? What's going to be the thing that's going to drive you crazy that you would do almost anything to get?
Anything to get? I don't know. Probably just being outside. I know that sounds basic, but like just being outside because I think being in such a clinical environment would just drive you insane.
That
I
makes
mean,
sense.
it would be
Yeah.
like it would be like quarantine all over again, but times 100.
Yeah,
you know,
no,
or
I feel you.
something.
How about yourself? Yeah, well, you have a
I
little
have
different.
I've been to the penitentiary,
you've
Okay.
been there,
and I'm
so.
grateful that Scott shared that because that was very much my experience. Just being able to be outside, and yeah, we went out on the yard, but you've got walls so high and razor wire and COs and all this stuff. The thing that got me when Sherwood came to pick me up and take me to answer for my charges in Sherwood, just being able to have the wind in my face and see trees
Mhm.
was so much. Like it meant so much to me. As far as like items to have or anything like that, I mean, a real blanket and pillow.
What did you
You
have?
know, I
What's no?
mean,
What if it's not a real blanket and
well,
pillow?
like
What is it?
you get your prison blankets and pillows, which are, non-existent. I mean,
I don't know what that is.
well,
It's just thin.
yeah, it's real thin. The pillow stuffings is real thin. The material for your sheet or blanket is the sheet is real thin. You
Uh,
get like a rough, almost like moving blanket type thing for your blanket. I mean, it's just uncomfortable. Yeah, I mean,
Now, what about the bed itself?
it's a mat. I mean, it's like a activities mat from
Oh,
kindergarten.
so it's like a bed, but it's got the gym mat on it,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, like something you do cartwheels on.
Yeah,
sort of.
very
Yeah.
hard. It just
So a lot of support for your
yeah,
back.
so much
Yeah,
support.
no, I mean you got to support your back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and
I didn't want you to have a bad back.
of course not, of course not. And you'd send your laundry out, and part of sending your laundry out is your sheets and stuff. And God knows if you would get it back or the right thing back or whatever fit. A fitted versus a flat. I mean, it's weird, but I mean those things do really make
Yeah,
a world of difference. And salt and pepper. I know that's so bougie, but like having access to seasoning.
I'm telling you, you give me 6 months without a donut, and I might do bad things in the back of a cell for it.
There are donuts sitting out there.
And I'll probably eat one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've probably been there since yesterday, but
that doesn't matter to me.
rock and
You
roll.
think I care about that? You think
No,
a
I don't.
microwave won't fix that? No, it'll definitely fix that. Let's see. What is everybody saying here? Okay. Going back a little bit, Eddie said, I like all kinds of weed. Well, yeah, I think most of us that like weed probably do like all. Actually, I guess I do. I prefer sativa.
Yeah.
I never want. I know some people like the indica couch. They like to, but that's not for me. I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
So I need a weed that promotes me a little activity and creativity.
Yeah.
And so sativa is the way I'm going to go medically. Of course, I'm a medical patient. I have a diagnosis.
Absolutely.
Lots of issues. Lots and
Absolutely.
lots of issues, man.
Existing is an issue.
Yes,
Living.
absolutely. Let's see.
It's terminal.
Going back a little bit, Mike said, my uncle was raised Assembly of God and became a Baptist preacher. That man's sermons were
Wow.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I
that's
bet.
probably.
Mm.
See, on the opposite spectrum of Louisiana. Oh, we talked about that one. Let's see what else did anybody say here. Okay, that's. I think that's got us caught up on that for now. So let's do
Nice.
something a little different.
Thanksgiving for
No,
dumb.
I'm doing a different one.
You love your adorable new baby. Don't you want to give it every advantage? We do. You know, it's never too early to start. Botox!
Let's go get some baby Botox. Preserve your baby's skin.
Let's go get some baby Botox.
I know what you're thinking.
You're crazy. It's just a baby.
Yeah, a baby with perfect skin. How long do you think that's gonna last?
Let's go get some baby Botox.
You want your baby to be the babiest one on the playground. Wow, she doesn't look a day over 2.
Baby Botox.
You don't want other less crinkly babies laughing at it. Don't you want to be a good parent? You know, for a change. Bring your baby in now before it's too late for baby Botox.
Baby Botox.
They're gonna hate you eventually. At least it won't be about this.
All right, Scott. Let's talk a little bit about comedy again. So, you know what or who inspired you when you were young that comedy was a path you wanted to take?
You know, it was something. So I started comedy at 25. I'm 31 now.
Okay.
And it was something I almost had to realize to myself or admit to myself that I wanted to do because, you know, I went to college, I did all that stuff, and I just was going through the motions. But it's one of those things. It was always a slow sort of aggregate because I've always loved entertainment. Like I'm a big movie guy and stuff, and like I think it started with that. And then it started with like watching half-hour specials on Comedy
Yeah.
Central, and then I think. It's cliche, but I think like a lot of people, I was 15 and I discovered Carlin, and it just blew my head off.
George Carlin. We were talking about him the other day, and I'm a big fan, number one, of George Carlin. But what I respect the most, besides just the innovative mind that he had, what I respect the most is his commitment to rote memorization, because to rattle off a list in order of the magnitude that he did is pretty astounding. I mean, it had to be in a certain order, had to be in a certain flow, and that is a huge commitment as a comedian to, specifically remember exactly. You're not talking about 3 things.
Yeah.
It's not donuts, wheels, and testicles. It's like 12, 15 things that he's going to rattle off. And that was always impressive to me.
No, it's really crazy because I'll meet comedians who they do nothing but one-liners. Like I got one-liners in my act, but I've seen people who do an hour of one-liners.
Yeah, I don't have that many.
It's like, dude, that's like 120 jokes.
Yeah.
You have to memorize word for word, very precise. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, and those often rely on exact placement of words.
No, it's one,
as
and I
well.
forget stuff all the time.
Yeah, now I'm not a one. I do like one-liners just for fun with when I'm with my friends, kind of roasting each other. But in general, that's not my type of joke at all.
Yeah, are you more into like storytelling or?
I guess. I mean, it's a half and half. One of my favorite comedians is Cat Williams.
Yeah, I love Cat.
Yeah, one of the greatest stand-ups. One of the greatest. He's only he and Dane Cook have that level of
Swagger.
stage presence. The what they do on stage, how they act everything out. My phone is losing its
Phone
mind
is
today.
going off.
Yeah, it is today. Anyway, so Cat Williams, he had a thing where he talked about, I was watching an interview with him, and the way that he rated himself was how many laughs per minute.
Yeah, that's how we normally do it.
And,
I mean,
and when I heard that, Laura, my wife, who's also a stand-up, we talked about that a lot. How to write it in a manner that you're achieving that goal. So yes, I do like to tell stories, but I want lots of punchlines in them. So, Ron White is great about telling a long story and it taking a minute to get to a punchline actually. But I was never comfortable just telling a long story without punchlines. I wanted to hit you every chance I could along the way.
right. No, and it's one of those things where, well, first of all, the audience trusts you a lot more if you're super famous like Ron White. They're all coming.
Oh,
out to
yeah,
see
of course,
you.
yeah.
Like that does help a lot. You get more leeway versus like that you're just one of the comics,
Right.
hosting or featuring.
Sure.
And like they're like, who is this guy? And you got to get him quick, or
That's
they'll
right.
be like, who the heck is this guy? But no, that's something I notice a lot of like beginning comics do, like open micers. They'll just come on stage with a story, but they don't string it along with punches. So
That's right. Yeah, they build up to get there, and they don't realize it. When I was mentoring comedians, I would tell them, listen, here's, they'd say, well, how do you do it? And I would say, well, the first thing you got to do is have 5 minutes. And the way you do that is you painstakingly write out what you think your set is. Okay. Once you think you've accomplished this hilarious 5 minutes, then you get your phone and you record yourself doing this 5 minutes. Now, I'm not going to tell you that you have to go all out, but you need to deliver it well, and then you listen to it back and you go, okay, is it really that good? Am I hitting the punchline metrics that I need to? And as once you get that refined, then by that point, you should be able to do 5 minutes, but it's going to take you a little while to get there. And one of the big challenges, I wouldn't say challenge, but you see this a lot. I'm sure you've seen it, is a lot of people think because their buddy at work or their friends at work tell them they're funny, oh, I should do stand up. No, maybe not. That's a warm audience that knows your whole history and your persona. Standing up in front of a bunch of strangers is where you prove yourself.
Nothing gives me sadomasochistic glee more than watching the funny guy at work completely bomb his first time at stand.
Yeah.
Seeing the humility wash over his face.
Yeah, just see recognizing the terror, the panic, and it is. Listen, if you're a stand-up and you start doing a set, you make it a couple 3 minutes and you're not getting laughs. Man, you'll start, everything in your head starts spinning.
Oh, I've astrally projected. I've been out of my body before.
I've literally left the situation altogether.
I was like, all right, you guys.
I don't know what he's gonna say, but I'm out of this bitch.
I'm out.
Yeah. No, that's great. Yeah. Now, have you ever had a time where probably early on, but have you ever had a time where just everything went wrong?
Man, I'll tell you my worst bomb. So, and all right, I always feel.
First of all, let me say, if you're telling me that this is good, this is a good comic already, I can tell you.
Already.
If you're telling me so confidently right off the bat, this is my worst bomb, that means you're not even worried about it, and that's great. Go ahead.
It's part of the process. So
it is.
This is the part where I gotta be a little pretentious and be like, so I lived in Europe for a little bit.
Oh, that's cool. That's
there.
dope, actually.
Yeah, I lived in Spain for 3 years.
Did
and traveled.
you?
Yeah, did comedy mostly in English.
Really?
Yeah.
But I guess you're a dual threat on language. Are you
It's-
fluent?
not anymore. I would say I lost a lot of it. I mean, for a white guy from Conway, yeah, I'm pretty dang fluent. For a Greek.
You can go to a Mexican restaurant and get
Oh, yeah,
down.
No, that's not. That's nothing.
Yeah. Donde está la baña?
Yeah, El Baño.
yeah.
There you go.
I was trying to do it for the ladies,
Yeah.
man. You judgmental prick.
Yeah. I was trying to do it for the ladies, but my accent doesn't.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm like, donde
I'm kidding.
está?
Donde está?
But no. So anyway, one time I was in London, and they had basically it was like a gong show.
Okay.
And this is maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And I was at this place in London, and it was after the break. They always have intermissions in European shows, which drives me freaking insane. I think
Yeah.
because it just kills
the momentum. Yeah.
Absolutely. And also they all smoke, so they all want to go out and smoke halfway through the show. But I don't know. I guess
Sounds like a great place.
yeah, it's crazy. They have national health care, but everybody smokes, so I don't know how much they're.
Yeah, they don't. I'll tell you what, they don't have national dental care.
No. But no, I just went up there. See, comedy's it's really all about energy. Like, doesn't matter what you say, yes, but like you have to. It's this intangible thing.
Yeah.
You have to connect the audience with your energy. And I just went up there. I don't even remember what I said, and it honestly doesn't matter. Like with the wrong energy, kind of cocky,
Yeah.
And that's what killed me. I mean, they could smell it in it, and
You were too cocky.
and I wasn't super used to like UK only crowds. That was my first and only time in London. And I did some gigs there that were great, but that one, I mean, it was like they gave you 5 minutes, and at 2 minutes, people could gong you off, and the music played, and I got out of there in front of like 300 people. And I mean, it was, and there were 2 other Americans, at like 15 comics, and both of them passed. And I was like,
Oh, yeah, you got
I
gonged
was like,
out.
oh man, I'm
Yeah.
the one American getting deported
Yeah.
out of the show.
But if you don't have those moments like that, it's hard to really do good comedy because you have to find a balance, a harmony in who you are, and that arrogance, as you're talking about, that it translates too hard, and so that's how you learn. Oh, yeah, I'm not impervious. I can fail.
Oh yeah, no, I was definitely I was at my hostel back, like almost biting my arm, just like trying not to scream, like
Yeah.
kicking myself, after washing down my sorrows with a couple pints.
So
and terrible food.
You said 6 years,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That you've basically been doing
Yeah, yeah,
comedy. So
almost.
one of the things that a comedian told me early on, and for me, I found it to be true, which is that really you find your voice in about 5 years. Takes about 5 years to find your voice. I don't think mine quite took that long, but it wasn't far off. Even though I had the Angry Patrick character, how I delivered it, from when I started to where I'm at now, dramatically has changed. And so it took me probably, I don't know, 3.5, 4 years to kind of get comfortable with where that character fit in the set versus everything else, because you learn as you go that if I peel people's heads back and I yell at them for an hour straight, it's fatiguing.
Mhm.
Believe it or not. I know it. You get excited about Angry Patrick, but an hour of that, and you're like, Jesus, stop yelling.
Yeah, it's too much.
So you have to learn to bring the audience up and down in kind of a roller coaster. Is that fair to say?
No, especially in longer sets, you got to know how to pace it,
Yeah.
and there does need to be kind of an escalation, kind of like anything, kind of like
Yeah.
a story. It needs to escalate and then reach a climax.
Right.
That's
Now,
how it-
so did you feel like it took you a little while to find that voice that was your voice in your set?
I think it did. I was always me. I was
Sure.
always a version of me, and I mean, even Angry Patrick, you call it a character, but like obviously it comes from.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
sure you
no,
have
no.
plenty of suppressed rage. That
Sure,
you're
of course.
letting
No, I mean
What?
there are bits and pieces of that are absolutely real.
But no, and it's like, I mean, you get a lot of life lessons from comedy, and like people talk about finding your voice. That never stops
No, that is true.
because you as a person are constantly growing.
No, that's absolutely true. Your perspective changes, and therefore your comedy will change. But yeah, it did take me a little while because my thing was I felt like what the audience wanted was more of that. And I learned over time they wanted more of that, but they wanted it in the right
Right.
position.
Because the audience, they vaguely know what they want. But I think if you're a really great comedian, you also give them what they didn't know they
That's
wanted.
right. That is exactly right. That is a 100% accurate statement. Because you want to surprise them. You have to surprise them. Otherwise, you're just doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
And so it requires you to think about that. Now, when you do a set, and do you do headlining sets?
I not
Feature headliner.
no, not yet. I'll close out some stuff, but right now I'm mostly emceeing and
Okay.
doing
Okay. So
doing
you do what,
showcases.
10, 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, I'll do
Okay.
something like that. 10,
Okay.
20.
So in that 10 to 15, 20 minutes, do you find that you have rehearsed and you have worked through all this material before, or do you do a lot of ad lib? How does it work for you?
It really depends on the show, and if it's going well and I feel the crowd's into it, I'll ad lib. I'll start doing stuff. I'll do some crowd work. I'll throw it out
Yeah.
there, But I always try to get the ball rolling first,
Absolutely.
You always got to establish. Again, it's like anything. It's like comedy is sales, and you got to establish trust first, And
That's a
then,
great way to look at it. When we were doing our tour, and we would go all over the state of Arkansas, and when I first started mentoring Laura in comedy, and I told her, I know that the big comedians, if you go to see a big comedian, you'll never see them before a show. You're never, ever, ever going to see them because there's this enigmatic gap that has to exist. I said, but when you are like us, it's different because you're not that cat yet. So I told her, I said, listen, what we're going to do is we're going to go to every table before the show, shake hands, introduce ourselves, even if they know who we are, and give them a little love and a little attention. And the reason for that was so that by the time I got on stage, I already have an audience rooting for me.
Mhm.
Because I promise you, if you just walk up on stage, no one is rooting for you.
Yeah.
It's just not the way it works. You have to go up and prove yourself. That's what they want you to come up and prove yourself.
right.
And so if you do that beforehand, I found that it was a great way to soften the audience a little bit and kind of find out who they were and help me with interacting with them should I want to do any crowd work. Now, the difference is I don't do a lot of crowd work. Typically, I will sometimes talk with the audience members, but typically I've written a set, I've got a set, I know where I'm going with my set, and that's where I want to go. It doesn't mean I won't. But now Laura, on the other hand, she would rather stop in the middle of her set and work the audience as long as she can. and I've never known anyone better at it, working an audience than she is. I mean, it's a special skill to have, but it's weird too because that may not translate as well on the big stage. It's harder on the big stage to be a crowd worker than on the regular comedy club stage.
Right, and some people do it. I've seen Matt Rife do crowd work in an arena, which is insane. I mean, doing comedy in an arena anyway is such a weird concept to me.
We were talking about him a couple of days ago. Man, talk about a ride. I mean, he had a meteoric rise to the top, and then immediately was, I don't. He was every time I turned on TikTok or any social media, Matt Rife's face was going to be there.
Yes.
And now all of a sudden he dried up like, he dried up.
I'm sure he's
dog turd.
crying into his pile of money. So
No, he's rich now. He's rich without a doubt.
He's still doing stuff. It's just one of those. I think people get a Schadenfreude out of hearing people fall.
Yeah. Oh no. The only thing people like more than watching you succeed is watching you fail.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's it. The haters. They wait for that. They love that. They love to see you fail. But that's a state of mind too. Of whether you accept that.
Yeah.
Until people aren't laughing, then you're just broke as a comedian,
Yeah.
Let's talk about this for a minute. Man, you see, everybody now, speaking about homes, and we were talking about real estate earlier, everybody is trying to find ways to reevaluate their living situation, how much they're paying for a home, how they're living, am I going to, move to land and do the tiny home life or whatever. So here's one of those. This is a new homeowner. Man, he ran into a problem. Nathan Graham, he has a YouTube channel called Unspeakable. Okay. He purchased a ready-made home from Amazon. So like a tiny home, right? $38,000, $39,000. He's 26. He wanted to see if they could supply a home and all the furnishings a homes come with. And so when the house arrived, it came in an Amazon box, had to be unfolded. The house was complete, windows, a bathroom. Though he did note it didn't come with instructions. Go figure that, huh? But when Graham attempted to hook up a tiny fridge in the home, he realized the 19 by 20 prefab home had no outlets, 0 electrical outlets. He said, I'm trying to find somewhere to plug in the fridge. There's no outlets. His friend said, did you not order the electrical package? And he realized he didn't read the full description, which says, reminder, mobile prefab house is not wired. Please hire an electrician for American standard wiring. Stay safe.
What?
Did this guy just buy a box of Lincoln Logs and get confused?
I mean,
I'm
quick to be an individual that is, scrolling. Yeah, like I'll buy it or anything, but I'm probably not going to buy a house from Amazon, but if I'm going to buy a house from Amazon, I'm reading
all
the full description.
No.
Yeah.
And he's doing it for a stunt for his YouTube channel.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But
it's one of those, it came in a box.
He
You think
probably
it's
didn't even
connected-
pay for it.
Yeah, it came in a box. You think it's connected to the electrical grid?
Yeah,
And
seriously.
I'm not an electrician, but I'm pretty sure that, you got to plug stuff in first.
well, yeah, definitely got to do that.
And, okay, the electrical package,
So he had to, basically he had to get the whole house wired. And an electrician come in and run wires for the whole house.
Which probably costs as much as the house.
Probably for that, it probably costs $7,000, something
that's
like that, 5 to 7, I'd guess.
Goodness.
I don't know, but that'd be my guess. But that's still, even if you add that and you get the house for, $56,000, that's not horrible.
No,
for a
it's
house.
not.
No, that's
Did
great.
it come plumbed?
Probably. Well, it said it
Is
had
there a plumbing
toilet in the
package?
kitchen,
Okay.
so I would assume
So-
it did. Yeah,
So it came plumbed, but not
but you still have to connect it
the
to
electrical package.
Yeah, you're either the sewer line or your
Yeah.
septic. You're gonna have to connect it to one of them.
I'm just trying to understand why they wouldn't. Why there would be a
because they're
difference.
electrical. Because where they produce it, like if you go to Europe, their standards of electrical are
Are
different than
different.
here.
Yeah,
So you can't just.
and their
It's not
outlets
just
are
any
different.
electrical. That's right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
even
that
their
makes
plugs
sense.
are
Yeah.
different.
Yeah,
If
that
you
makes
look
sense.
at different countries, it's not universal, which people
No.
don't think about. Here you either have 2 or 3, and they're
Yeah,
either
it's either grounded
got
or
the
not.
the 2 square prongs, or you have the 2 square prongs and the round one at the
Mhm.
bottom. That's the ground. Okay.
Yes.
But in England or in some places, like for example, there's one where they're both round. There's one where it's 1, 2, 3. You know, they're not all the same at
That's
all.
interesting you say that. The zapper
Yeah.
came with the two
Yeah.
prongy prong, not
Yeah.
not
So
the
in other words,
slits, but the
yeah, it was
rods.
so
And we had to have an adapter. It came with an adapter.
okay. And sometimes you'll see, like we got something the other day, and we were just talking about this because Laura ordered something. It came with 3 different things, and she goes,
Mhm.
"Why does it have 3? I don't. What are these?" And I said, "That's for other countries.
Yeah.
You don't need. They're cool,
Yeah.
just to see them, but you don't need them. You can throw them away or whatever because they're not applicable here."
Yeah.
But it is fascinating because you know you would just take for granted that everybody's the same, right?
Yeah, you
Right,
really
and
do.
they're not. Yeah. All right. We need to get to this before maybe it's too late.
Listen up now, I'll tell you a story. Without a doubt, it's kinda gory. It's the worst news you could ever hear. Things just like this make you fear. Lying lunched on a dumb guy's knee, or a big hard fuck drowning some honey. Why you laughing? Why you laughing? This shit ain't funny.
All right.
but this shit ain't
Don't laugh.
funny.
Do not laugh at any of this stuff that we talk about, or you're in trouble. A worker killed Tuesday afternoon, November 12th, when a baling machine fell on him in a recycling plant. You're recycling the wrong thing. The incident occurred at 3:30 p.m. at Ricova Recycling and involved a worker who was crushed after he went underneath the heavy machine. The Clifton PD said only that the incident is not considered suspicious. They are investigating the circumstances to prevent it from occurring again. Well,
Little Soylent Green.
I mean,
going on.
if you're going to go, a recycling plant's a good place to go.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
yeah, at least you're environmentally friendly.
yeah,
you
I
know?
mean that's that's a conscious death.
But getting those cans for a nickel is not worth that though.
No, definitely not. No, definitely not. Okay, here's one. An incident occurred at Rockland County on Thursday, October 31st. That's in Pomona. So that I believe is California. According to the police chief, the truck driver found conscious but sustained multiple injuries. So what had happened? Well, apparently an old delivery truck driver was pinned under the truck when it rolled over
Oh no.
at Hudson Valley. Yeah. So it says they arrived and extricated the driver.
That's a good word.
Extricated? It is a good word, isn't
I like it.
I do like that. I often like words with X in them for whatever reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to give it to you.
X gonna give. That's a great song, DMX. It said the initial investigation revealed the operator had just completed an oil delivery. He was securing the oil hose at the rear of the truck, parked on a hill, and the vehicle started rolling backwards. Tragically, the truck rolled over the driver down an embankment. The circumstances leading to the truck's movement remain under investigation. So yeah, just so for some reason the brake came off, and next thing you know, you're flat.
Yeah.
But he did lose weight, so that's what everybody's trying to do these days. All right, here's one. Not again, not a good thing.
No.
Well, some people are real supportive of these alternative forms of energy. Some of them I support, but the big windmills, I'm not a big fan of those.
Okay.
First of all, they kill birds, a lot of
Yeah,
birds, an
they do.
amazing amount of birds. But second of all, they kill people, like this guy. A worker crushed by a fan blade at Australia's largest wind farm in Melbourne. It happened Monday in Victoria about 8 a.m. local time. First responders attempted to revive the man, but no, he was dead. One of the country's largest and oldest trade unions had raised concerns about working conditions. So it's not just another statistic. Well, yeah, obviously. But so what happened? Well, apparently helicopter footage from Monday showed 3 turbines on the ground, 2 supported by metal structures. The subcontractor was killed while a blade was being prepared for installation and fell off and crushed him.
So Australia has added that to the long list of things that'll kill you.
Everything there is in Australia wants to kill you.
100.
We're not supposed to live there.
No.
I think they say paramedics tried to revive him.
Yeah.
Why?
What, with super glue? Like, what were you trying
What
to
are you
do?
going to do if you do revive him? No doubt.
It's SOP. They just had to say that
it's
they
like,
did for
well.
the paperwork.
We're trying to
Like
find
how?
the lips and the man puddle.
We're trying to Mr. Potato Head this guy back.
Yeah, and we don't even know which one are the lips.
They
So
flipped a coin to see who was going to be trying to do the mouth to mouth on that. We're like, no, I'm not doing it.
yeah, no. All right, let's go here. This poor bastard here. Yeah, there's another one, a work issue. A 52-year-old. I'm having period cramps again.
That's so crazy.
Apparently, my cycle's a little irregular.
You are older. It's called perimenopausal.
Yeah, it's a little irregular, and it just kind of comes and goes. I'm probably going to start hot flashes here again in a minute. A 52-year-old gold artisan sustained grievous injuries after getting stuck between an elevator and the wall of its shafts as the lift's door closed and it began moving up.
Oh, my God.
So he fell in between the elevator and the wall. The elevator starts going up, so he's basically being drug up the wall, I'm guessing, right?
Oh, my God. How do you even fit?
I don't know. He'd been doing it for 26 years. He wasn't new to it. He was true to it. Pramanik was stuck between the lift and the shaft wall for an hour before being extricated. A man and woman were inside the lift. He entered it as the doors began closing and then got stuck between the closing doors. The lift started moving up. He screamed in pain as the right side of his body remained in the lift and the rest was outside. He was then sandwiched between the lift and the shaft wall and pulled in.
Oh, my God.
That sounds bad.
It does. Did he live?
Yeah.
Unfortunately?
No.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
I'm
make it.
glad. I'm sorry not to be a dick, but like that had to suck.
Yeah.
I mean, put them
Could
out.
you imagine? Yeah, could you the recovery from that?
And I've been stuck in an elevator before, and like they don't come help you.
They don't.
No, they never come to help you.
No,
do
No,
they?
that
No.
phone don't
They
work.
say don't. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can grab that phone all you want. They're not coming.
No, and I'm in there, and then I have to like listen to somebody I don't know talk for 6 hours. I ain't
Yeah.
doing that. I'd
Mm-mm.
rather not.
Take the
No,
stairs.
A New York State trooper severely injured after being hit by a pickup truck on Saturday.
Aw.
Stopped a driver at about noon, I-87. And due to a traffic law violation, the vehicle needed to be towed. A tow truck arrived, and the trooper and tow truck operator outside the vehicle when a passing pickup truck hit both of them.
Damn.
The tow operator had minor injuries, was transported to be evaluated, but the trooper sustained severe injuries. The driver of the pickup stopped and called 911 along with multiple witnesses.
Shocker.
Yeah, the driver's in custody. It appears that alcohol may have been
May have.
a factor in that. Never a good thing.
Maybe.
Right there. All right, and that is all of that for now. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Station employees. The general manager says we can't afford pumpkin spiced coffee in the lounge.
Oh.
So instead, just sip your normal coffee and then sniff the pumpkin candle next to the machine. Thank you.
That's so mean of you.
Demanda the executioner.
The key word today, the key word is Amanda. And the first person who emails that keyword, Amanda, to Patrick and Patrick at patrickandthepeople.com will be the recipient, the winner of this autographed original art made by Gunny. Gunny made this, and then I signed it, and it's framed. And so Amanda is the keyword. First person to email it, Patrick at patrickandthepeople.com will get that. You'll just have to come up to the studio and get it, which means you'll have to come into the studio and say hi to everybody.
Yeah.
And get your prize. So that'll be cool.
And if you want to try the period pain
Nobody wants
simulator,
to try this, Amanda.
I can't.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I get cranky when I have cramps like this all the time, all morning long.
somebody bring him some Midol.
Okay,
And
Brady.
Tell you
chocolate.
what,
He needs mine all chocolate
I don't need
and
any of
some
that.
chippies.
Ask Scott if he does a Post Malone impression. I guess you
Scott, do
must
you
look
do
a
a
little.
Post
Do I look
Malone
like Post
impression?
Malone? No, I do not.
That's what he's saying because I guess you got a beard. You look like Post
I
Malone.
guess. I don't know.
No.
White guy with a beard.
I don't know. I hope I,
I mean,
don't
I
look
guess
like.
I
I hope I
can
don't
maybe
smell like
see
Post
it.
Malone.
You think
I
he
bet he
smells
smells
bad?
amazing.
Nah, dude, he has to. Look at him.
He's
That's how I feel about Antonio Banderas.
You think he does?
I'm like
he
Antonio
probably smells
Banderas
like
looks like
lube.
he hasn't washed his hair in years. It looks like it's straight Crisco.
I think. Well, that's easy. He's Mediterranean. That's just.
Well, that is true.
That's just how it is.
Yeah. Oh, you like him?
Eh,
Huh?
eh.
Okay. He could go by Scotty Keith, kind of like Scotty P from We're the Millers. What does everybody got suggestions?
Why y'all
here?
hating?
Where do I get a baby Botox for my 4-year-old? Oh,
Seriously.
Latasha.
Yeah, Latasha,
Yeah, I'll
girl.
get you the baby Botox information for you to.
They got a
get that.
coupon for the
Yeah,
holidays.
They do. He'll make his money back by far with the way his channel grew. Who are we talking about? He'll make.
Yeah, are we talking about Post or
No. Somebody. We must have been talking about something earlier
money back?
about this.
Jake? Are we talking about Jake? Jake Paul?
Oh, maybe Jake Paul. What? Hell
Carrie.
no, you can't win, Carrie.
Oh, dang.
That's a cool poster though. I like that.
That is cool, isn't it? Carrie wants to win. Carrie's too ancillary to us to win. I can't. He has inside. Oh,
Oh, was that bad?
well, that wasn't good. What do you got? What are you doing? What are you
I
trying
was
to
trying
do?
to get the time.
Oh, you're trying to set the time with
Oh,
it.
there we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, this is something special, isn't it? You've really enjoyed yourself.
I
haven't you?
have. This has been a fun day for me.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that administering pain, you found a new calling in your life. It seems.
I really have. I should be a dominatrix.
Yeah, well, I'm saying,
Yes,
maybe you
mistress.
should be. So just to give you a heads up, as I said at the beginning of the show, we've had we put up a new section on the website, and that section says, "Hey, I'd like to be on the show," and that's for anyone at all. Period. If you got a business, if you got a band, if you're just you, and of course, as soon as we did, people started doing it. So I'll just tell you that some of the folks that are going to be on the show. Looks like Turner Skelton is going to be on with us. It looks like Brett Eiler is going to be on with us.
Oh, I love Brett.
Yeah, Andy Jones is going to be on with us. CJ Jenkins is going to be on with us. So we've got all kinds of folks who are going to come in and sit down. So that's very exciting. I love having just different folks in like yourself, Scott. And I'm sure the audience has enjoyed getting to know you and meet you today. It's been a lot of fun having you in.
No, it's been great. I've loved it. Like I said, I was a big fan, so I'm excited to come here.
It's cool.
talk
So
shop with
you I guess listened to the show, for a little while beforehand.
Yeah. I've been listening to the show.
No, I meant the other show.
The other show, yes, I also listened to that.
The
No,
show
you
that
know,
must
that's-
not be named.
Yeah, the station that sold its soul. How long did you listen over there?
Man, I don't know. I've been listening. I listened to that in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, I
man.
said
That's
when I
cool.
came here, like I really want to make Patrick feel old. I really want. That's my goal.
That's happened a long time
Yeah,
ago. You're
yeah.
late to that
You've already
party, but
accepted
that's
that one.
but that's really cool, man, to hear that.
No, like it was something. I mean, like it sounds corny. It's gonna sound like I'm kissing your ass, and I might be a little, but it's
He
like,
needs it
no,
at
dude.
this point.
Yeah, after all the pain has been through.
Yeah, right.
No, but like it's something like laughter. It was always an escape for me, you know. And
Oh,
like,
that's cool.
and you really helped that, and like you've been part of the zeitgeist that's like led me to where I am today.
Oh,
so
that's
I
awesome.
appreciate it.
Man, if in
More big
any
words.
if in any even a minute possible way that I've helped or inspired or made you feel better on any day, that's the best compliment I could ever get.
Yeah.
Just to know that somehow a little fingerprint of positivity, that residue was left on you from me. So that's good.
No, for sure. And I had friends who would, I told them, and they're my age, and they're like, "Oh man, I used to listen to him every morning."
That's cool, man.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'd like to have you come back sometime.
All right, I'd love to.
Yeah,
Have a lot of fun.
would absolutely have you back. So let's get you back with Gunner, and we'll put you on the schedule to come back now and again and hang out with us and talk a little bit and just kick it.
All
Would
right.
that be cool?
Bet. Yeah, I'd love it.
Sweet.
Hell yeah, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Now, if they want to find you, tell them again where to find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Scott K Comedy. Keep it real simple. You can find out about upcoming dates and stuff there. I also, as a side project, I have a YouTube channel with my
Do you?
buddy where
Okay.
we do movie discussion series.
Do you really?
It has about 1,500 subscribers right
That's
now.
awesome,
a little
man.
more. It's really blown up.
Yeah.
It's it's for we're cinephiles. It gets pretty nerdy.
Where do
but,
you do your podcast?
It's on YouTube.
No, man. Where do you actually
where
do it?
we do it over Zoom right now.
Do you?
But
Well, maybe one day you could guest me in.
hey, we would love to have you. And that YouTube channel, it's also on my Instagram, but it's Kino Cowboy with 2 Ks.
Okay.
On each one.
Okay.
It's
That's your grinder name.
that's his grinder name.
No, that's great. Yeah, I would absolutely. I'm a cinephile myself, and I would absolutely love to be come on and talk with you guys at some point if you have room.
Yeah, no, we would love it. We're open for anybody. Really.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, let's plan on that. Let's set a date and make that happen. That would be really cool to do.
Absolutely.
All right, awesome. What's going on today for you, Amanda? What's happening?
So it's Wednesday, and so I have 11 places to be. We're trying to we're at the tail end of finishing up my grandmother's house to get it ready for rental, and then my mom's cleaning out her garage because you're dealing with cleaning out, houses and stuff after somebody dies. She's like, oh yeah, I should probably take care of all this, and we'll hit the habitat and all that stuff, GSA.
Let us know as it gets close, because I know people are always looking for great rental properties, so we'll talk about that and maybe help find a great tenant for you.
No, that'd be great. We're getting the stove put in, and that should be really it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What general area is it?
So it is over on Taylor. It's off of 19th and Taylor. It's close to UALR and the freeway and everything
that's
over there.
Great. No, that's
Oak Forest. Oak Forest is the
it's
name
the
of
Oak
that.
Forest subdivision.
Yeah,
That's exactly what that is.
It's fabulous over there. There's a lot.
A lot of renovation going on over there right now.
There's so much renovation going on over there. I've seen a lot of people move in over there.
You're kind of a downtowner.
I am.
Yeah, you love that area, don't you?
Born and raised. It's what I'm used to. It's what I know.
That's funny. It's interesting because when I came there and picked something up from your house and you were talking about it and you said, yeah, no, I'm a downtowner. This is and I was like, oh, it's interesting because everybody has a different flavor. Mine's the SC.
Yeah.
To me, that's home. To you, it's downtown in the buildings, and that's cool too, though.
It's just what I grew up with. I mean, it's very
I get
nostalgic for me. And I mean, what is life without random folks walking down the street talking to themselves?
And you get a lot of that downtown.
Yeah, you really do. It's interesting. Like I've said before, we call it real life on Ringo because you can never tell what could possibly happen. But I'm surrounded by so many people who take that neighborhood affiliation and whatnot
It
very,
matters.
very, very, very seriously.
Yeah.
And I grew up with that too because when I was growing up downtown, you had to have your neighbors looking out.
Yeah,
for
everybody
you.
looked
You
out
had
for everybody.
to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I remember when I worked downtown and we would have to smoke in the alley behind the building. And this guy came up one time and he goes, hey, man, you got $1, man? And I was back there smoking. I said, oh, yeah. And I made the mistake of instead of just trying to pull a bill out, I pulled the bills in my bank and I gave him the $1. And he goes, all right, what I meant to say is, do you have 5? And I said, get the hell out of here, man.
yeah.
The best experience I had with that or the funniest to me, and I do have a stand-up bit about it, but I don't know why, but when I was working at the station, that sold its soul, I would smoke when I had a break, but you don't have time to go smoke a whole cigarette.
Nope.
You just have a couple minutes, so I'd smoke half, put it up on the little brick sill, and then go back in, and when I came back out, I'd pick up my other half.
Yeah.
Well, lo and behold, I'd come out and the half was gone. And I just, you do it enough, you think, oh, I must have just forgot.
Yeah. It must have
And,
rolled away.
Yeah, it could be anything. But it started happening enough, I realized it was not me.
Mm-hmm.
Someone was taking them, right? And so, I'm not really mad. It's just that I only have a couple minutes. So if I get out there and it's gone, now I got to go back in.
Yep.
Buzz back in, go all the way to the studio, get that, come back out, and then if I have any time left to take a puff. So one day, this has been going on for maybe a month, and I'm sitting there and I see this guy coming up. He comes across, and I'm smoking. He goes, man, could I get a light? I was like, yeah, sure, man. I handed him the light. He opened his hand up. There were all my damn half cigarettes in his hand. Like the dude took my cigarettes, then asked me for a light.
Yeah.
That is balls.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, wow, this is a banner day. I didn't even say anything. I just gave him the light, and I was like, you know what, mad respect, player. If you can walk up to me after taking my own cigarettes, hold them out in front of your hand, and ask me for the lighter, I'm not even going to say nothing to you. I'm going to say, all right.
I'm glad to see you support the homeless on
Yeah. Well, in that way, I did. Well, I don't support anyone being homeless,
Oh, yeah,
but
sure.
well, listen. As always, what a great show it's been. My thanks to Amanda for always coming in and being amazing. My thanks to Scott for joining us. We've really enjoyed Scott today, and we'll definitely have him back on with us again. But the big thanks, of course, to our sponsors, Legion Scaffold. Big thanks to Game Time Wraps. If you need anything wrapped, Game Time Wraps is the people you need to see. But mainly the thanks is to you. You who are listening, you who are watching, you guys are the best audience in the whole world. You're the whole reason that we're here. You're the whole reason we're going to stay here. Just keep telling everybody, keep spreading the word, share a link, add something, just tell folks about us. A lot of people still don't know because, look, let's be honest. Some people, how would they know? It's not like I'm advertising over on that station. Hey, I'm here now, so you got to help get the word out. That's what I'm counting on. Thank you guys. Have a hell of a Wednesday. All right. Talk to you later.
Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.